everyone. Welcome to John Carter of Mars, episode 2.
Awesome!
Thanks. Good. We are in episode 2 of our John Carter of Mars mini campaign that we're running for Modiphius Entertainment. Now, before we kick off even with the intro, you may notice that we have some different players today. While we are recording this, the UK and the world is currently in the midst of a global pandemic. So we have some players who are stepping back for the time being for reasons of self-isolation and illness, to be careful, and some wonderful players who have stepped in last minute to help us tell our story, and we will rotate the cast as we go depending on people's well-being. So just trying to keep safe. Thank you all for still watching. I hope you're all doing well at home. Anyway, we are playing John Carter of Mars, which is written by Modiphius Entertainment and is a 2D20 system. I will be Chris. I'm your, I'm your games master or narrator for today, and we're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/adventurouswanted and twitch.tv/Modiphius. So, for those who are new to John Carter of Mars, it's a book series. It's also now an RPG set on the dying world of Barsoom. That's Mars. Barsoom is Mars. There are a lot of Martian terms for things that come up as part of this. Like, Toby, do you remember what a SOFAD is?
I'm gonna estimate it's something.
Unit of
I've
distance?
got this written
Unit
down
of distance.
somewhere.
Very good. Yeah.
Like 2/3 of a kilometre.
It's a third. It's a third of a metre.
Oh.
So yes, there'll be many Martian terms like that that we will explain as we go.
This is the most important bit.
Yeah, so they will come up as we go along. It is a 2D20 system, so that's the same as Star Trek Adventures, if you have watched us do that before. So every time I ask the players to achieve a task, they are rolling 2 dice and trying to roll underneath a combined attribute score. Don't worry about that too much. The point is they have certain difficulty tasks and they need to roll dice to achieve them. 20s are bad and 1s are good. So, for all of you D&D people out there, I'm sorry, get used to
including the t-shirt that Toby is wearing.
One is good.
Yeah.
One is good. It's crap good. Yeah.
Some kind of youth term, is that what it is?
Roll some crap.
Excellent. Anyway, and much like a traditional RPG, they play characters, I play the rest of the world, including the weather patterns, and as they describe what they want to do in the world that I describe and roll dice, we will tell our tale. I'll catch you up to where we are in the story as we enter Chapter 2! But before we do that, can everyone please go around the table, introduce yourself and give your pronouns, and if we've met your character before, please give us one line about your character and give their pronouns as well. If your character has not been introduced yet, you too. They will come up as part of the adventure. Fire away.
Hello, I'm Ed. I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Dr. Cordelia Kant, also she, her, who is fiendishly brilliant librarian scientist.
Hi, I'm Anna Fordham. I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Toby Osmond. I use he, him pronouns. My character, Abraham Thule, uses she, her pronouns. And may I say, Chris, SOFAD could also be described as 10 softs.
It can even be described as 10 softs, you are correct. So a soft is a third of a centimetre?
No. What?
Yeah, I think
so.
so.
A centimetre?
So it's about
3 mil.
No, I got you.
3 mil. No, nothing.
So what's 10... What are you saying is 10 softs? I think
A SOFAD is 10 softs, an ad is 10 SOFADs.
Sorry.
Ad is 200 ads.
What length are you saying?
I'm going to pass over the measures of Mars.
There we go. Tell us a bit about Abraham Thiel.
Abraham Thiel is a ex-costume maker.
Oh,
Assassin.
I don't need to know this again.
Green Martian, therefore four-armed. And she carries a rifle around and I can't remember, a sword and 2 swords, something. And
You have you're packing. That's what you are.
But does not seem to wish to kill people with said rifle. Although, as was proved last time, she ain't no veggie. Because she shot a poor little beast of burden dead.
I don't know why I let you on screen. I don't know why it's happening.
That's cold, Abraham. Shooting them Martian horses.
Reminded again that Toby is famous. Good, right.
That's the only reason I know. Chris hates me.
That's not true. And I'm Chris and I use he and they pronouns. Excellent. So before we kick off with the story, the stream will run for between 3 and 4 hours, and there'll be a roughly 5-10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We are thrilled to be sponsored by Ultra Pro and D&D Beyond, as we are in all of our streams on the internet. Ultra Pro make game peripherals. Yeah, like those dice, those very lovely Ultra Pro dice that Toby's using today, that also are made of metal and clonk very loudly when he rolls. Metal. And also dice bags and character wallets, that sort of thing. Check them out at ultrapro.com. And D&D Beyond, if you are a D&D player, if you play RPGs and watch this, you probably play D&D, you might do. If not, try it out. Yeah. And D&D Beyond is the digital tool set, the official digital tool set for Dungeons and Dragons, and that is available at dndbeyond.com. Do check that out as well. Grand. Finally, we play with a diverse set of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and champions in our games. The DM and players may portray characters of a gender that's not their own, and if we misgender anyone at any point during the game, we have a policy for correction, but if we get anything wrong and we miss something, do let us know. It's always good to be reminded. Excellent. Without further ado, to remind all of you, you are on Barsoom.
That needs to not keep happening.
I did not get the memo.
Barsoom is Mars. It is a pulp Mars of John Carter books, which are written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, and is a pulpy adventure location. Most people are Martians of some stripe. We have red ones and green ones in the team today, and we also have. Are you part red, part human, but no one knows?
Yeah, I think Raz could have didn't work it out because it's Raz. But no one else has quite worked it out. I'm just slightly more Mars. Amber than a usual red Martian.
So only red Martian, and humans for some reason on Mars have the ability to show great strength and jump miles, which makes no sense, but we're going with it. So yes, Dr. Cordelia Kant, the wise scientist, is also a bit of a chonker.
With massive hands.
With chonky mitts. Splendid. Cordelia and Abraham were drawn into the plot by either being hired or bumping into Dr. Nalantir. Dr. Nalantir is going to the ancient Martian city of Corvus, which is a dead city long buried away beneath the sands. He has found out that Corvus used to have some incredible medical technology that might be very useful helping people with brain diseases or brain conditions or injuries, and wants to research that further and get that information to help the community, help everyone. He and his children, Tira and Tyrol, I didn't write this. He and his kids, Tira and Tyrol, were setting up for their mission to leave when they were ambushed by agents of the Eidolon. You don't know much about the Eidolon yet, except that Tyrol foolishly told them in a pub over a couple of drinks their plan, and they seem particularly interested in this ancient medical technology. Anyway, the ambush did not work, mostly because everyone kicked the Eidolon agent's ass pretty resolutely and resoundingly, mostly Abraham. Cordelia to a certain extent.
I did some very good persuading.
You did some very good persuading, that is true.
Which is as cool.
It is as cool. It's very much so. There's a tracker for how much you persuade someone, isn't there a thing? So, yes, the characters got involved in this journey. Their ship took off to head to Corvus, and on the way they were ambushed by a green Martian hunting patrol. Or so it seemed, although Abraham managed to work out through some clever deduction that this green Martian hunting patrol seemed to have a bit more going on with it, and through some incredible sniping, managed to take out the mount of the leader. What was it?
Thelicor?
I'm looking at
Thelicor, or is that a D&D? That's a Melicot. That's a Dark Sun.
That's a different thing.
Psychic
he was
monster.
riding a... I'm just finding it. Sorry, there are lots of different species on Mars that you have to sort of learn about, and I don't know fully about yet. So he was riding, I think it was was it a banth?
A banth
could have been.
It was a banth. A banth is basically like a sort of cool six-legged lion thing. Yeah, I think it was a banth, and you shot the banth.
Now it did!
Yeah. So those green Martians seem to be there to ambush you, and you don't really know why either. You and your compatriots Vert and Raz, who are not part of this adventure today, which we'll work out in a second, are in Vert's ship and are heading towards the city of Corvus. However, in the last fight, the ship was damaged quite heavily, and Vert managed to patch it back together, but things still aren't working correctly. And the ship has now landed outside of Corvus. You can see in the distance, you're landing in the middle of Mars, lots of red bluffs and these gigantic plateaus, and nestled between three of them, you can see this hub of activity around a couple of what you can even see at this distance are ancient ruins, and there's lots of people scurrying all over it and appear to be very involved in doing something to it. And you've landed a good couple of miles out. Vert tells you he's going to stay and fix the ship, which is clearly broken, and wax it a few times with a spanner. And Raz decides to stay with Vert and help him fix the ship and guard him from the dangers of Barsoom. And there are many. In which case, Cordelia, Abraham, the two of you are left to make your way to the ruins and find out what's what.
And just to be crystal clear, these are the ruins we were aiming for.
Correct.
Were we expecting there to be people?
No, not in any way, shape or form.
That's cool.
When you say scurrying lots of people, how many lots? Like tens, hundreds? Sofads?
That's a unit of distance.
The miles of people.
Sofads of people.
At this point, the total number of people around the area, roughly between 15 and 20.
Okay.
And they're a long way away. You can see some movement, and there's clearly some camps being set up, but you have, as of yet, you have not been seen, and there are many ways to approach as in between these three bluffs. Let's say you're at a slightly higher vantage point, you're slightly up one of the bluffs, you can look down onto it a little bit. They haven't seen you yet, but it might be difficult to get there on your own.
With my green Martian knowledge of... general knowledge of my enemies, including their leaders and their major settlements, also the wastelands and wilds that my people wander, including the location of various birthing creches where the eggs of the young are kept.
Yes, Toby.
Do I know anything about if there's any green Martian settlements around here, or if, for instance, that raiding party that tried to hit us, if they might potentially have more backup parties, or
as you look down, you don't see many green Martians here. There are a couple, but not a lot. However, approaching from the west are a group of 5 green Martians, and you recognise they are running quite quickly.
Are they the ones who hit us?
They're the ones who attacked you. Do you want to roll me
Interesting.
Do you want to roll me to see how well you can see them, to see if you can recognise any of them?
Yes.
Ooh, now, this is the first time I've certainly ever seen it.
Remind me how to do that?
He rolls a die.
I roll 2d20.
You roll 2d20, and it is a relatively easy thing to see, so if you roll more than that, you will gain momentum. You can always use momentum to roll more dice if you want to.
Would it be like cunning?
Oh, I see. What would you skills you'd like to use? Skills for looking. Skills for looking. What do you think? What do you think you're using to look?
Now, is it to look or to recognise?
I think it's to recognise. So reason should be in there, don't you?
Yes, I do. Reason and
cunning's often used for things like this, or if you're daring, looking out quite carefully. Don't forget, this isn't just looking. This is also like, are you moving into a better position?
I think cunning and reason, because I will reason whether I know them cunningly.
Wow.
I'd love to help you, but I can't assist you in recognising people you've met before.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you to do that.
But you could potentially help with, for example, helping Abraham find a good spot to view things from. You could have other ways of assisting with this if you want to.
Hey, Abraham, here's a good spot to view things from.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that. Thank you so much, Doctor.
I used my cunning and reason. Let me help you with that.
That'll be fine. 2d20. You want to roll under the 2 numbers combined.
Oh.
This one didn't help.
No.
Equal to or under?
Equal to is fine.
Oh, then I helped twice.
Yes.
Twice because you're equal to.
Me too.
Seriously?
I got 10 and a 12.
And
I've got 12 as my combined reason.
So you have 4 successes there.
Yeah, give us the momentum.
Very good. You only needed 2. It's 1 each.
Yeah. Don't
use it all at once.
Don't use it all at once. As you look out over this area, you can see that the 5 green Martians currently arriving the person in charge you recognise, even from this distance, he's hard to miss because of his very distinctive thing. Reading a book.
I hate that guy.
Look at his thing.
He's
I'm
got
going to tell you about him.
He has a very distinctive rifle, much like
very
yours.
distinctive rifle.
He
It's
also,
much like yours.
he's also missing an eye.
He's also missing an eye.
Big old scar across the face, across one of the eyes.
That
Big
is
scar
very distinctive.
across the face.
It means he's an excellent sniper, but it also means that when he is in a sniping position, he's not very good at other things in his surroundings.
He's an excellent sniper, but sometimes he runs
surely.
into doors. Which is quite frankly hilarious.
Aren't many doors where green Martians live, mate.
But there are many doors where green Martians live, mate. So,
His name is Jags Kurgus.
Jag.
Of course it is.
Jags Kurgus. I'm growling, so I cough. Right, Jags. What? Jags?
Kurgus.
If it was the old me, I'd shoot out your other eye.
You know this person?
Oh, Jags.
That's not
Who is
providing me
Jags?
with information.
Just a sniper of renown.
Jags Kurgus runs one of the what are the big extended green Martian tribes? He runs one of the tribes and is also known to be an ex-assassin. Much like yourself.
Ex-assassin?
Well, still assassinates people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he sort of left the contract to take over a tribe.
Yeah.
Now he just does it for
That.
fun.
If anything, it's a dark reflection of you.
He's like a dark reflection of someone I know.
Someone who used to be an assassin but isn't anymore. You know someone like that?
Yeah. But now they try and use their powers for good.
Surely that's not possible. How can you use assassination powers for good? That person must always just be evil.
By shooting
Bant.
bands.
But that's what you did!
What?
Ha!
Coincidence. Right, come on, let's take this seriously. I'm too excited with my faux fur coat on. Hashtag branding, Toby Osborne.
Right.
As you head down towards the encampment, you also, from this high vantage point, notice, for free, two people who are making their way sort of not towards Corvus, but sort of alongside it. One very large figure and one shorter figure.
Are we taking the doctor and his family with us?
Yes.
Excellent.
Let's go on top of the bluff.
Well, they could have stayed in the ship.
How far
Dr.
away?
Tier says, I could stay with the ship, but I really want to find out what's going on, and maybe I could be useful.
I hadn't noticed you. Yes, excellent.
Tyrell says, I'm also here. Tyrell says, me too.
I have a map of Corvus. I would like to study it and see what direction we're coming from and any sensible places.
The ancient city of Corvus, the map that you have, you don't know where the archives are on the map. That has been previously established, but you do have a map of the location. It looks like this group of people that maybe the Eidolon, you're not sure, are set up.
Who may be the what now?
Eidolon.
Remind me.
The baddies.
The baddies.
Oh, right.
The group of people who tried to kill you earlier. You think they may have set themselves up quite near the central courtyard?
Can I look at the people scurrying around?
Sure.
See if any of them are anyone I know?
Sure. Do it again.
Oh, yeah.
2 successes.
2 successes.
As you look over them, you realise that you recognise a couple of them as old working compatriots of yours and Skoma's, and you also see Skoma, your beloved ex-wife.
She's my ex-wife.
Do you
We're
say
not
that out
divorced
loud?
yet. No, I don't. I'm explaining to the audience because Chris said it. You don't know that.
I have no idea.
You see her talking to various other people. She's also removing the red dye she used to disguise herself as a red Martian, revealing her naturally yellow Okaran skin beneath, as she is a yellow Martian.
It's the assassins from earlier.
That's not good.
How far away are the green Martian ambush
They just arrived.
Like next to us?
No, not next to you. No, they're running into Corvus, and they've just managed to run into. They're running into the city, and they've just managed to join the rest of the party. And they're animatedly talking. Jags is animatedly talking to Skoma.
I suggest stealth.
And maybe going in the opposite direction?
Like
into the city from a different den.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't mean turning around and leaving.
The assassins are currently set up in this sort of like large city square. You can see in the distance of the cityscape, the Grand Hall, the Great Hall, which you, as a smart scientist, would reason is probably somewhere near the computers in the archives. They don't seem to have got to that point yet.
We should probably head to that building there.
Okay.
Please note there are also 2 random figures scurrying sort of next to the city, not really involved in this in any way, shape or form that you might want to talk to.
Who are those 2 random figures scurrying next to the city?
I don't know, but they look like I might want to talk to them.
Not names, just what you look like from a distance. From a distance.
Sort of a dishevelled. How big do green Martians get?
Big!
Yeah.
7 8 foot tall.
7
to 8 foot.
Yeah, so like about 7'2". I think with sort of unkempt, just generally unkempt. I think is the idea.
Generally unkempt. Okay.
And sort of meandering slowly.
And next to you is
Red Martian, a little bit shorter than the average Red Martian, who are about human height. Yeah. Don't know why I went so high pitched then.
You're nervous. It's understandable.
She's got like hair, like just in a messy knot on the top of her head, and spectacles.
And are you currently ministering to your friend?
I think you're more sort of leading me.
Yeah, I'm kind of shivvying you along gently.
Exactly. Come on, yeah.
Just so the audience are aware, you, of course, found your friend in the middle of the Barsumian desert, dying and a fugitive from something, but you don't know what. And because you are a good-hearted, kind-natured soul, decided to take him to the city where this all kicked off, which I've forgotten the name of.
Corvinus?
Corvus.
Corvus.
Was it Corvus?
Yeah, and also while we're interrupting you, Chris, I'm sorry to say Green Martians typically stand between 1 and 1.5 ads, which is, as we all know, 10 to 15 foot tall, 7 foot tall.
Okay, well, in which case I'm about 11 feet tall.
Well, there you have it. Yes, not this city, not go to this city. Heading to the capital city, the one that you all flew from.
Helium,
thank you. So taking him to Helium, which is the centre of culture and commerce and medicine, and be able to look after him a bit better. But you've travelled past this ancient Martian ruin, because why would you go inside a Martian ruin? They're dangerous and scary.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Do I recognise the Green Martian?
I doubt it.
No.
I don't recognise the Green Martian. It's
Do I
like, oh, you're from London. Do you know Bill?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, they're walking in the opposite out of the city, which is interesting. Should we go see if they found anything?
I think we should sneak up on them.
You seem to. What is it that you do exactly? You said
Not trust people.
Yes.
No, sorry, I'm trying to trust people.
Tira leads in from the side. I believe she makes costumes.
Yes.
Yes, you said that, but you seem to have a lot of skill in shooting people and making plans to ambush people for a costume maker.
Actually, an ex-costume maker.
What are you now?
Just an explorer. A wrestling fan, mainly. I only came along because Raz is... Anyway. Shall
we sneak up on these people?
Yes, that's a good idea.
It was your idea. Shall we...
That's why it's a good idea.
No.
I understand.
The doctor and the kids go, should we come with?
I think you should... yeah.
You weren't very... You tried very hard in the last fight, didn't you? But you weren't particularly...
Oh, no, we're not really involved in the battle scenes at all.
Should we leave them somewhere safe?
I'm more of a man of science and
yes.
not of hitting things.
No.
I want to leave them safe. However, if we leave them here, I'm not sure if they will be safe.
We could pop them on the ship and come get them when we...
I kind of wanted to do that anyway. Yeah.
I need to come with you. It's very important. This is the doctor speaking. It's very important that I come with you and find these archives because
Right.
It's imperative.
Come with
get
us.
This information.
Be quiet.
All right.
Don't get killed.
Do my best.
Great.
Both Tyr and Roll.
That's good life advice, I think, just all round.
Does there seem to be a route that we could head off the 2 strangers without being seen by the lot in the ruin?
It would require you both make a cunning and daring test.
Great. I'm so daring.
2 dice each?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nope, 2 failures. Can I pay you some momentum and do it again?
Or you can use a luck point to guarantee you 2 successes.
Sorry.
Luck point.
I got
No, momentum.
You may roll 1 more dice. You need 2 successes to succeed on this.
Well, that was...
1.
No, yes, because my daring's even less than that. I will pay you a second momentum.
This is how the players use their resources. Excellent.
That's a shame.
I'll pay you a third momentum.
Oh, well.
Okay.
hang.
No.
No, I pay you a flipping luck. There you go.
What?
3. I suddenly have 3 successes, so please may I have a momentum back.
Technically, you've not paid me enough momentum.
Have I not?
No, because it's 1 for the first, 2 for the second, and 3 for the third.
Is it? But you were going to give me 1 back because I've just rolled 1 more success than I needed, so we're even. Great.
Even.
Maths!
This doesn't.
Also, I'm going to use some momentum, but it looks like you didn't give me the extra one for the last success, so I'm not going to give you that, but I'm using a momentum.
Fine.
Because I only got 1 success.
That's fine. 2 successes. All good. You manage to scurry your way over behind a rock bluff that these 2 people you don't recognise are just passing.
I
was going to be what you said. I
I had a talent that did that for me.
Well, you just spent a lot. Oh,
Yeah, I just spent 3 momentum and a luck.
Doctor.
And I can do it automatically.
Do you want automatically?
Yes. Automatically avoid all minion class enemies while sneaking somewhere.
They're not. Oh no, they're minions.
Those
but we're
guys,
also
yeah.
sneaking up on them.
It's all fine. I've done it now.
Okay.
Shall we make a plan? Or should we just jump out on them?
I suggest I go and speak to them, and you save me if it goes wrong.
Shouldn't it not be the other way round?
The other way round.
Yes, okay.
I'm unarmed.
She is definitely more chatty than you are.
I've got 4.
But yes.
They might think you're having hostile intent. You are carrying a lot of weapons.
Whereas I'm not carrying any weapons at
cool.
all, and you can jump out on them if things go badly.
Oh yes, okay, let's do that.
One of the kids turns to the other, it doesn't matter which, and says, didn't you shoot a gun last time? Shh.
No, that was someone else. That wasn't me.
Mom?
What are you 2 discussing as you're walking through Basel?
Are you hungry? Tired? No? Okay, happy to keep walking? Okay, on we go.
From behind a bluff steps Cordelia, a sort of slightly pale red Martian. It's very strange.
I think that's so. My initial instinct is to get into combat stance, and then I see that it's a not as threatening person as I would have expected, and then calm again.
Okay.
I am half your height.
Indeed.
I would like to use Eye for Danger to find out if this character is armed.
You have to reveal if you're armed.
I'm so armed.
I like this.
I immediately step straight behind you.
Yeah.
Hello.
You could even tell him that she might be more dangerous than she looks.
Just be careful. Just stay ready. But stay calm.
I'm gonna step. I'm going to step forward, sort of 2 hands outstretched and the other one's ready for battle, and come towards you.
How close?
Within 2 meters, that's just a safe thing these days.
I'm just going to keep going forward.
Is that like a
Slowly.
combat? It seems like.
It's getting ready for anything. And coming forward towards you.
Greetings.
Green Martian mime, they're the worst.
Got 4 arms, are particularly good.
Yeah.
Do you maybe start up a conversation there?
I don't.
Ali?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Oh, I didn't see you. You were behind. I was about to ask you the same question.
Well, we're just walking. We're no one.
You're walking away from all the interesting things, which is quite a peculiar choice.
They're not the only interesting things in the world.
True. I'm Cord. Hello. What are you doing in the middle of the desert with a mime?
Oh, nothing. Just going home. Just travelling. It's fine.
Right. You're a very long way away if you're walking from anywhere vaguely sensible. We have... Do you need food? Right.
I just asked you if you were hungry.
Right.
Are you hungry?
If it's free food, it's good food.
Right, so you don't need food.
No.
You just want to scrounge food. Okay, that's different. No, bad, no. Well, I mean, we're heading that way, but you are very much alone, and there are some green Martians just over there, and some a raiding party sort of assassin, and then there's some assassins over there. So if you're going to keep walking that way, you're going to sort of head that way. But there are also just two of you, and you, forgive me, look very squishy.
I think that's a fair assessment.
You also know these two are travelling by themselves through the wilds of Barsoom. This doesn't quite sound
Bit weird.
Well, we didn't know about the raiding party, did we? Well, what are you doing? Who are you?
I've already told you my name. You haven't returned the favour.
My name's Alli.
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 You are also called Alli?
No.
You're called No.
No, I'm called Savinas.
Savinas.
Do I recognise his name?
You can't hear this conversation.
What? I thought I was listening intently.
Oh, well, roll me a check to listen intently.
Cunning and
How are you listening intently?
Cunning and reason.
With my passion.
Oh no, that's one success.
Hypothetically.
One success.
The failures don't take off the success.
No.
No, okay, yeah, so one success.
Oh, it's not enough.
Bits of stuff.
Oh, it's not enough.
Okay, fine.
You just about catch the name Savinas.
But that's
Which
what
means
I wanted.
literally nothing to you.
So, what are you doing here in a very important area of scientific interest, walking away from it?
Well,
by
honestly,
ourselves?
I wasn't really aware it was an important area of scientific interest. We just kind of wanted
How could you not be?
What is
You hear what they're saying?
Did you not go to school?
What is...
Shots fired!
You hit a sore point.
No, I did, but I happen to have more important things in my mind.
More important thing than Corvus.
What is Corvus?
It's here, that building. It's very important.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, Corvus. Which is the massive ancient city nearby that you've walked past and gone, oh look, some ruins, and you haven't really thought about what they are or why they're there because you've got your shit to do.
We got things to do. We just look. I'm escorting Savannah's home, and
You're escorting Savannah, not the other way around.
Oh.
I'm very confused. Okay. I mean,
Do you think she's in danger?
I think she's an escort.
Oh, right. Odd place.
I mean, I'm
Takes all sorts.
actually sort of on a schedule and quite busy and quite important, and you don't seem like you can help me much. So we can let you be. We can maybe let you hitch a ride home.
well,
Yes.
we do need to make sure we stay safe from the raiding party.
Oh, good. More people to keep safe. Okay. I have a friend who can help with the keeping safe thing.
You hear that?
Fuel?
I can keep safe.
Do you want to come say hi?
A large green Martian
Ah!
tooled up to the nines.
15-footer.
And
Hello,
she's covered in
hello.
weapons.
Hello. Hello.
I'm just gonna stare wide-eyedly.
She's lovely. She makes costumes.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
What is costume?
The doctor and his considerate mother as well. Hello.
Oh!
No, yeah, they're very quiet, but they sort of follow us around silently.
Are they red Martians?
Yes, all three. We're here to visit the ancient monuments of Corvus.
Oh.
Apparently there's lots of assassins and things in the way now.
Who said that?
The doctor.
Okay.
Tyrell chimes in. Yeah.
Thanks, Tyrell.
What were your names? Sorry, hello.
Alli.
Fuel. Lovely to meet you, Ali.
Savinas.
What's-
Savinas Borg.
Is there a greeting thing? Handshakes, bows?
Headbutting each other.
Yeah.
You've got four hands.
Possibly with
You've
great
got four
Martian.
hands, so it's a very engaging four-hand... headbutting. You've got four hands and you still headbutt. Right?
Yeah.
That's canon.
That's how it feels.
But I know that the red Martians don't like it so much, though.
Oh!
Which city is home? Where are you going to?
Helium, and you're going back to Helium.
We're going to Helium.
Oh, I'm from Helium.
Oh,
Yes. Okay.
good.
That's good.
Nice.
So many people.
In Helium. Yes.
It's very interesting.
So you're travelling to Helium, but you're from Helium.
Yes.
So what were you doing out here?
Well, I was.
Don't need to go into details.
No, I would really like to know. Thank you.
Okay. I actually was training, and I stumbled across Savinas, and Savinas needed help to get home.
Training.
Yes.
In what?
I'm a medic.
Oh, we got that.
But goes, wow,
That's
that come in handy.
quite useful.
What were you? Where is there a medic school in the desert?
She healed me.
Well, I just needed to explore and find out, and find out if there are plants or apothecaries and.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you should definitely come with us.
If you'd like to.
Well,
Can I?
Yes, you'll be looking after her.
I cannot stress enough, there will probably be a certain amount of danger. If you'd like, I have 2 people on the ship and I'm already paying to be part of this expedition. I'd very happily tie you into any sort of monetary recompense for this.
You're also helping to look after them, and you're also going to look after us when we fall over.
okay. Well,
But obviously it's a choice.
We're definitely not going to leave you in the middle of the desert and refuse to give you a lift home if you don't help us. That would be bad.
we're still quite a long way from Helium.
They seem nice.
Okay.
You come with
You
us,
seem nice.
and some facades, and whatever helium money is. Well, we don't know if there is money.
Money never comes up anywhere. Gold.
Get some gold, and then I'm sure we could escort you back to Helium.
Sounds great.
Excellent.
Okay. Understood. Fine. Yes. Good. Fine. I don't like fighting.
I do.
Didn't want to make assumptions, but that is good to know.
Go for a second headbutt. Yes.
I don't really know anything about fighting either. I'm here for the books.
Understood.
Just a reminder again that the books are electronic. It should be a digital library underneath the.
See, Cord knows that, but refuses to accept it in the same way that people who have to use a Kindle for travel are just like, nope, it's my book.
Okay.
I like
She's got the fangirling Earth nerd thing going on.
Fangirling Earth nerd thing.
Yes.
I really hope that happens when we get to Mars. That would make me very happy.
Fangirling. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Good. Lovely.
I remember the rainforest.
I assume we used to have books on Barsoom.
Because we used to have trees, yeah.
So, what is it you're actually doing?
You're probably the best person to ask. I'm sort of here for the ride.
Research. Corvus has a very ancient system of information that we're hoping has some very particular, very useful
I
information.
hired these 2 after some altercations with other people who also want this information, apparently, to try and help me find. Underneath the city of Corvus is an ancient archive, I believe, and inside said archive there should be some medical technology, or at least information that would be very useful in terms of helping people with brain injuries, which is very hard to heal in this society.
I would really like to also read this, please. Yes, okay, perfect, fine.
Another medical practitioner, we can work together on this, although I am more of a research doctor than an actual... I don't heal people.
You'll be very helpful.
She's very clever.
Oh,
Good. Splendid. That makes... that makes 7 of us.
lovely.
You may be quite excited to find out that also in the posse is Raz the Earthquake. Raz the Riot.
That's the earthquake riot.
We've heard of that.
The Earthquake Riot.
You're from Helium. Yeah, Raz is a wrestler. He's not as famous as some other ones. If your character's into wrestling, you'd know about Raz.
She's not.
You have never heard of this person.
Raz the...
It's still just you, I'm really sorry.
Oh, they're nodding and smiling. Yes. Yeah! She'll be so pleased. Well, she's very modest, actually.
Raz is a he.
He'll be so good. Right, grand. How are you going to enter Corvus? Corvus is pretty much right next to you now. It is this ancient abandoned city, lots of wind-swept ruins ranging out of the red sand. And there is wind, by the way. There's a wind. I keep being told I keep saying I do weather and then I don't do any weather. It's very windy.
Just so
Lots of sand. Not the sand.
The weather.
Blasted.
This is where the glasses come in handy.
yeah, there you go. I want to do because Savinas has got rather overexcited at the idea of being part of a posse. He's going to start doing like scouting manoeuvres and trying to jump up on bluffs and stuff like that, and try not necessarily very effectively, but he'd like to do a sort of a lookout to see if he can see if there are any threats and stuff.
Can you please roll me might plus?
Really? Thank you.
I think dare. No, you're trying to find something out. Information. I think might and reason.
Can I assist because
we're both doing the same thing?
Well, no. I'm trying to trust others to do things, which
unlikely.
I know I'll be better at.
Yeah.
But as part of my cultural.
This sounds like empathetic thinking, so it sounds like empathy and
yeah.
reason.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh yeah, good on you. Oh, how about that spot? Ooh.
That's really wholesome.
Wow.
That's very cute.
What happens if I...
You tried.
2 successes.
Thank you.
2 failures.
So you're managing to look for things, but you're doing a terrible job of trying to A, trust other people, and B, big up Savinas.
He's trying to backseat scout, basically. And
she's trying to
Sorry, C's trying to backseat scout.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
2 of my worst stats, but I'm trying.
While they're doing this, I will get out my map, show it to Alli and the doctor, and sort of go, so I think the best building will be that hall there, which is here, and that's over there. So I think if we look at it together, then possibly this little alley here is going to be our best way, and try and find
a sensible route on your way through.
Yes.
Okay. So you can roll me a reason plus. I think this is your cunning. This is about trying to work out the best way through something, and you're welcome to assist with any
Yeah,
stats.
well, because I'm also
being
reading the map. So reason and probably is cunning, isn't it?
Really high.
These are my epic D&D dice.
A 1!
Nice.
1 success, 1 failure.
Is this a
One
science?
is 2 successes.
Is this a
Between the two of us, or
sorry?
both?
That's 2. Go on.
Is this a science-related reason test?
Yes.
Great. I will use my wealth of knowledge talent. Reroll my fail.
Nice.
That's better. I have 1 double success and a success, so 3 successes in total.
Cool.
Plus your 2.
Yes.
Because this is lower than my lowest stat used, it counts as a double success.
I see.
Thank you.
Oh yes, I had forgotten about that. If you roll below your lowest stat that you're using on this.
I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing. We all remember.
Wait, sorry.
If you roll on a d20 when you're using one of the stats below your lowest of the 2 stats you are using, it counts as a double success.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. Good.
My bad. Anyway, as you are looking at the map and as you are scouting, because there were successes in scouting too, can you, as I'm talking about how the scouting is happening, can you do the sort of terrible help but not really helping?
Oh yes, good scouting, very good. Why don't you try that rock there? Oh yes, very scouty of you. That's excellent. I feel what you're trying to do.
Yeah, this Green Martian's a bit up herself.
I see. I think I will enjoy it, in as much as someone is looking on and trying to help me. That hasn't helped. That hasn't happened much.
As you scout and look out over the ruins of the city, you can see that the sort of grand square, it's sort of almost like the entry point of the city, has these various encampments, and roughly 25 green, red, and the occasional yellow Martian, who are all working together and seem to be sort of setting up a base camp and doing sort of forays into the ruins looking for something. You also see various creatures. You would recognise an apt, you would recognise a banth, you would recognise a kalot, and you would recognise a sif. An apt is a very large carnivore that looks a bit like it comes from the cold northern pole, so it looks a little bit sort of big furry mess. A bantha looks like a lion with 6 legs. All these creatures have 6 legs, by the way. To be clear.
Yeah,
just Martin have 6 legs for reasons unknown.
Because Mars.
Basum. Calots are little sort of dog-like things, and Sith are flying insects. Wrong, Francesca.
No, he's holding onto a leg. That's
It's like a mosquito.
yeah.
So you can see various of those creatures wandering around the ruins as well. It is definitely treacherous and dangerous. You should probably be careful. While you're looking at these maps, you quickly work out. Mostly, Cordelia, you're doing it. Then you realise that your new friend Alli is also quite switched on, quite bright, quite with it.
So for me, it looks like this is kind of the most secure route, possibly with the least amount of people. I mean, they're small streets.
Yes. Yes, well done. Yes, that is how you read a map. Good job. Yes, I'm not threatened at all. Yes, absolutely.
Oh no! They could have been friends, but
We're going to be, maybe. Here we go.
Just take a while.
They will call each other sister, but they would have called themselves each other an awful lot worse first.
You do manage to find a safe route to the Great Hall, which you are assuming is the place where you will find things. But
Good
you
place
haven't.
to start.
Good place to start. But you haven't seen that there might be other things, monsters in the city. That's only been relayed so far by.
It's gonna yes. So Savinas is gonna come back.
People, lots of people. They don't look friendly.
Okay.
Are there any in the city?
Yes.
So we think we want to go this way.
Show us on the map. Do you understand the concept of a map?
No.
Right. Good.
We think we're going to go this way. Everyone understands how to use a
sort
map.
of point in the direction that we want to go in real life.
Are there any monsters over there?
And I'm gonna go and have a look.
A map's not in green culture.
Not especially, no.
Okay.
Also-
No, what one was or not?
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fairly profound.
What's your reason stat?
4.
Nice.
And my empathy is 3. I have no.
You've already looked at it. As you look up and look at the route that you'll be traversing through, at the moment it looks like you can probably hide and sneak and be stealthy and cautious. But there are monsters around, you have to be careful. And if you aren't exceptionally careful, well, who's going to hear you?
There is a way through, but we must be very, very quiet.
Okay.
He's a very good scout. Very good.
Are you armed?
Am I armed?
Yes.
Oh, to the teeth, like 2 swords, rifle, pistol.
Visibly armed.
To the point of ridiculousness.
Fine. I'm going to suggest you go up front, we go in the middle, and Savinas, you bring up the rear. And I'll go just in front of you.
Okay.
I mean, I have just years of walking quietly around libraries. I'm actually just quite good at being unseen in places. Just very naturally, just quite quiet. All those librarians going, shh, that's all. I can scout ahead.
I trust you to do that, absolutely. I think that's a very good idea.
Well, this seems good, and then we can travel with you
In the middle.
in the middle where we're safe, and this seems the best way to deal with this problem.
Great.
Great stuff.
So you take point, I'll be the fan on the main, and then
3 squishes in the middle.
Yeah.
4 squishies.
4
lovely.
squishes in the middle, and you take up the rear.
Okay.
Right, can everyone please roll me a cunning and daring check to make your way through the city unnoticed? I will point out this is a difficult challenge.
So how many's that? 3?
Start rolling and I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Okay,
You're rolling 2.
I've just got a 2 and a 4.
Nice.
Are they both under your lowest stat, but you're using?
That's 4 successes.
That's 4
They ain't
successes.
pretty.
Nope. One success, 1 failure. I've got.
Okay.
With my talent of
Yes.
skilled infiltrator, do I need to roll?
Skilled infiltrator.
Can you
Good
exactly
job.
what Skilled Infiltrator does? You get 1 extra
Automatically avoid all minion class enemies when infiltrating an area.
These are all minion class enemies, yes, you're fine.
What were the 2 stats?
Cunning and daring.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, so I have 1 failure.
You need 2 more successes, you need 1 more success. No, you don't need them. You could choose to fail, or you keep trying to get higher.
Can I help in any way by having sort of marked out a vaguely safe path?
You're all rolling. No.
Can I give you momentum to roll again?
Yes, of course you can.
Oh, damn it.
And another one.
And another one.
You have to use 2 at this point.
Oh, yes, of course I do. Yep. No, goodbye.
And that's a complication, because it's a nat 20.
I was going to use momentum, so I'm going to.
Go for it.
So it's 1 extra dice.
1 extra dice.
Yes, that's a success.
Excellent.
So that's 3 in total.
Well, this makes a lot of story sense. I like this. I think you're taking up the rear and being very cautious, very stealthy. You've scouted on ahead and you're moving between the different buildings, being very careful to not only follow the route that you have marked out, that Alli's marked out on the map that you helped with, or did you do it together? Oh no, these are the thoughts playing in your head. Who am I?
What good am I?
Making your way through this sort of abandoned, ruined city.
Can I have been vaguely smart about not getting too far ahead?
Yes, of course. You're a couple. You're visible to the group, and you're sort of waiting at intersections so they can see which way you're going. That sort of thing. You're in front of the group of the others and are being cautious, stealthy, careful. Do you have any weapons out?
No.
Okay. However, you, the Doctor, and his kids are blithely unaware of how to stealth in places particularly well, and so are having kind of a quiet chat. So what did you say it is you do medically?
Well, so I mainly work in kind of figuring out plant life and how it can be used. Looks like
You've got a lot of research
Bottom
work.
right arm.
It's mostly research, mine. It's more than gathering the information. And then, sorry, what was that, Tabor?
Shut up.
I'm sorry. Are we doing something wrong?
Yes. Okay. You could have been a bit more polite about it, I would have said.
That's also true.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm working on that. Please shut up.
As you say that, in between Cordelia, who's moved further ahead, and the main group, there's sort of a road, and you're moving between alleyways, and it crosses a road. Plodding down that road is...
Here we go.
Love being cut off from the party. Great.
are 3 Banths, these deadly multi-legged lions of Barsoom. Cordelia, you're the most... who has an eye for noticing things? You have a special eye for noticing things. We'll use that.
Oh, I do, yes.
Looking out onto the street as these 3 pass by, you notice that all 3 of them, there's something peculiar about them.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to have a strange metal control disc.
Oh, that's
some kind of metal thing embedded into the back of their neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's all very strange. You don't really recognise what it is.
Yeah. I kind of nudge Abraham and just go, are they meant to look like that?
You can roll a reason and cunning test if you like, try and work out what's going on.
I would like to do that.
Okay, you can't. Only smart people. What?
1 success.
1 success. Another to know what they do.
God damn it. Yeah, go on.
Whoa!
Does that mean I get a moment?
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, that's fine. They appear to be interfacing directly with the brain and nervous system, encouraging certain impulses and blocking others. Obedience and subservience is rewarded with questioning, and resistance causes loss of motor control and pain.
That's nasty.
Some kind of mind control thing.
Yeah.
Oh god, as in they are being mind controlled.
They are being mind controlled.
Right, I see.
You also, looking at that, realise that technology could be applied to literally anyone. What are we looking at, Ed?
Just because I know that you've got the...
Yes, I was thinking the same.
We need to not get into a conflict with them.
There we go, there's that 20. As you said it, you said it a little bit too loud, and one of them just turns and looks back at the group of you.
I'm just staring at it.
I would like to put my hand on my pistol and just kind of crouch behind Abraham.
Right, we are going to enter combat.
I'm getting all the weapons out.
Yeah, me too.
Before you can do that, the Banths are going to go first because I'm seizing initiative by using one of my threats.
Ooh. Threatening.
Very, very threatening.
They are going to come charging in at you, and they are going to try... The first one is going to run up because you're at the front and try and leap onto Abraham and claw out your throat.
Sound like it.
The end.
Bad and dirty.
Now, you need to... Is it contested? Get this right. In combat terms, how do you defend yourself from an attack? Do you know?
I've got a large variety of things at my disposal.
Hang on, let me just check and see. There's a rules thing about defending yourself from an attack that we haven't done before. Let me make sure I get it right.
Yeah, we usually do the attacking.
Oh no.
Good.
Too many books.
Good, this is very positive.
Oh my god, they're what?
Okay, so. Attack. You resist with daring, another attribute appropriate to the defensive action.
Might.
Right? So you're literally trying to just sort of weigh it off, just go, no.
Chuck it.
Chuck it.
How big are they? Mm-hmm. Fine.
That's an excellent conversation. So it's like you're married.
It's fine.
I can take it.
They are running in to hit you and you are defending yourself. And again, this is contested rolls, so it's a roll off for how many things you want to use to not take damage. Yes?
Yeah.
Cool. So, this band's going to run in and leap at you using its cunning and might. Ooh, that's exceptionally high to roll under.
Oh.
2 successes for me.
2 successes for me.
Was it? That's impressive.
And
He's quite mighty.
Isn't he?
She's quite nice.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, yes.
I'm going to use a luck. Say what?
Cool. The band leaps at you and just like grabs onto your arm, and you just start flailing with it while it's still on you, but it's not taking any damage, and you gain a momentum back because
2.
Just 1.
Oh, okay.
On ties, the attacker wins.
Oh, okay, cool. Can I chuck it off?
No, it's still on you. The second one is going to run up, and seeing that the top half of you is engaged, is going to go for your legs and ass.
They are pretty steely.
I've got 2 successes again.
Oh, I've got a roll.
Actually, no, sorry, that's 3 successes because I rolled under my cunning.
20s aren't good in this.
Oh, no.
But a 10 is 1 success.
Okay, I've currently got 3.
And
if you burn a luck, it'll be I still hit. And also you've rolled a 20, which means there's a complication, which I have to work out.
that's fine. So the if I take 1 injury, that's 1 on the tracker, right?
No. If you take injury, I have to roll to see how much injury you take, and then we work it out from there.
Okay. Don't like the sound of that. I'm going to...
I've got 3 and you've got 1.
So if I burn a luck,
Yes.
I'll still take 1 injury.
Yes.
And if there is a difference between 1 and 3 successes against me, or there's not a difference? So would it help to use a luck to reduce it from 3 to 1?
No, I've already hit you. You'd have to burn a luck and a momentum to me not to hit you.
I think I'll just take the hit.
Yeah. I think that's exactly the right plan.
Famous last words.
It was fun playing with you.
1, 2, 3, 4. You take 4 damage.
That's hideous.
That is quite a lot.
Damage, 4 damage.
Stress injury.
It's injury.
Yeah, that's fine.
Claws. You take 4. What is your total in that?
8. So now 4.
It just sort of grabs hold of you and drags you to the ground a little bit, and you've now got 2 of them on you, just flailing, trying to fend them off. However, you have fallen down to 1 knee, which means that your throat is more easily accessible. And the third, if it's going to go attack the squishies, because you're on the complication, it's going to go straight for biting your head off.
Come on! Abraham's gonna take you all!
I have 2 successes with that.
No. Oh, possibly.
I also have to... Hang on, does it need to be below your lowest or below either of them?
Below your lowest.
Oh, okay, so I have 2 successes as
Do
well.
something about that, otherwise I'm going to do damage.
I'm going to use a momentum.
Thank you.
Yes, another success.
The third one leaps towards you and just starts biting her. You just wrench your head out.
Another arm comes
out. You're now holding 2 of them off while the third just noms delightfully at your thigh. Cool. Abraham is currently holding all 3 at bay, although Abraham has taken a significant wound to the leg. Well, not a wound, sorry, that means something specific. His leg is hurting. Her leg is hurting. What would everyone like to do? It's no initiative in this game. You just say what you'd like to do.
Immediately go and support. What I want to try and do is the initial move I want to do is kind of hit one of them, sort of amidships to try and take them off. Abraham.
Well, you're less of a, because you don't hold any weapons.
No.
You're all physical combat.
Yeah,
but you're less of a punchy and more of a grapply.
And it's about split, like if you can get in that kind of or if you can, like, you know, the thing you're supposed to do with dogs if they're going for you, you get both legs and go like that. It's feral fighting.
Okay, do you want to sort of?
I've never heard that.
It means that the shoulder blades pierce the lungs, so there's Sorry.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know.
If it happens, it doesn't do the dog a lot of good.
Now
But
we know.
Do you want to just leap up and leap at the one that's on Abraham's head and just try and bowl them off?
yeah, exactly.
Cool, go for it.
So it's specifically taking one out of the
And you
equation.
attack with your daring and your might, cunning and your might? You attack with your
Cunning,
cunning and your might.
cunning, daring, or might.
Well, you use might specifically because of a special talent that you
Yes.
have because you are chonky.
Yes, so it's always might, and this one will be cunning, I presume.
Yeah, cunning always for attacks.
Oh, I don't know what this means.
That symbol is either a 20 or a 1. See if you can find the other one on the dice.
No, you're right. It's 20. It's
Oh, but it's
one.
Barsoom,
Is it
isn't it?
one?
It's a 1!
Yeah.
Yay!
Where's the
No,
one?
no, no. There's the one. It's a 20.
There's the 20.
There's the 20.
Ah, it is a 1.
Yes.
That's a 7. I had that problem as well. Anyway, so
So,
yes.
2 successes.
And, well, is level a success or a failure? So my total is
Level of success, you've got 3 successes. I need to roll. What am I rolling for defense for this lot? It's cunning. What were you rolling for defense? What were you rolling for
Might
defense?
and cunning, I
You're
think.
rolling might on yours. I'm going to roll might then as well. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that's a crit. Wow. 20. Wrong way.
Oh, bad
So
crit.
this one, as you just run into it, it's completely bamboozled. You managed to move it away from Abraham, so you are now taking one. You've only got 2 on you left, and have just bowled it over and are starting to try and pull its legs apart, pull its jaw. Roll me damage, please.
Yeah.
how do I roll a damage? Now, this I hadn't done. The other thing is, forearmed for war. What I've written is, when you generate momentum from attacking, that's it.
It is with melee or rifles, so if you generate momentum,
Yeah.
so
I can't remember what the...
you get an extra momentum. I've
Yeah,
got it
next
on
one.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So how do I roll the damage? Is it these?
That's a good point. You succeeded on that attack with an extra one you needed to, so you get momentum. So you get 2 momentum because you're good at attacking things. You roll, I believe, for hitting people with your fists. I believe it's 1 damage dice for hitting with your fists.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Sorry. I think that's a 1.
That's a hit without an effect, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
if I got 1.
So you do 1 damage to the first band. You're not managing to pull it. It's too big and too strong. It's got 6 arms. It's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
But you are managing to physically pull it away from Abraham and distract it.
Exactly.
Best way to think of it.
Would I be able to use another momentum to get another damage dice?
You may use momentum to roll extra damage. Yes, you can.
So give back a momentum and get another.
You could spend more to roll more if you wanted.
I
to.
understood. No, I'm just going to do this one step at a time. This is the first time I've ever done this. This is going pretty well. I don't want to try and overplay it. That's a big one.
Okay, that's the effect, which is your effective physical damage is more damage. So you do 2 more damage to it. You haven't
total.
caused it a stress tracker issue yet, but you are sort of and wrenching bits of it apart.
The idea is that the fighting technique means that the thing can't run away or focus on anything but me. Is the idea? As in, like,
It rolled a 20, so I'm very happy you to have pulled it to one side. And there's now 2 on Abraham and 1 with you. What's everyone else doing? Your other side of the road.
I would like to pull a pistol. And am I in range, or do I need to make a leap and bound?
You don't need to make a leap and bound, but you could anyway. Actually, no, because you don't like showing what you are. I think if you get a little bit closer, you can probably target either the one that Savinas is currently dealing with or one of the 2 on Abraham.
I'll take one of Abraham's. No offense, you're a stranger.
Understood. Yeah.
She has saved my life.
Aw.
Right, so pistol. May I use reason
Roll to
and
defend against pistols.
cunning?
Hang on. Roll to defend against pistols with.
Nothing, I just automatically
How do I get out of pistols? Yeah, you roll reason and cunning.
Great.
They will roll. It's never that clear in this. Will they have to roll to stop getting hit by things? Do you want to stop getting hit by things? Got a thing there?
But it's not going to be empathy, is it?
No, I'm just going to check.
Daring and cunning?
You could make empathy happen if it was like, I will look at the person attacking me and try and deduce if they can attack me and
Daring,
where they're
certainly
going to try.
daring, used when
Use
at risk.
People skills.
Daring using at risk makes a lot of sense.
Maybe reason.
I'd say cunning.
says used for actions that use the mind or the senses.
Too many books. The daring character commonly resists with daring and an attribute appropriate to the defensive action. They are big chunkers, I'm going to say daring and might.
Oh.
Well, they're not that smart. They're not.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
all about physically.
What's happening?
I am rolling. Ooh!
That was
nice.
good.
That is 4 successes.
I also rolled 4 successes.
What?
No way!
2 and a 3.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No,
4 and
that's
5,
totally fair.
Oh, but on an attack, a draw is.
Attack a win.
You are going to.
Oh, but I'm attacking, not you now. Brilliant.
Yes.
Useful.
I'm going to spend threat to roll more.
Ah.
Well, hang on, if he's... Well,
I'll wait and see what Chris rolls.
I rolled a 4, so that is now 6 successes.
Jesus.
I will spend a luck.
No,
Oh,
To
double
also
down.
get 6 successes.
You totally hit it.
Thanks. It's fine.
don't need it. Obviously.
It's all fine. Want to hit something.
Now, with your pistol, you do how much damage?
2 base damage.
Excellent. Roll 2 damage dice.
And no, I'll see what I actually hit first. 3 is nothing. A 1 is 1 hit. I'm going to pay you 2 momentum to roll 2 more dice.
No problem.
Isn't a 1 something special?
No.
One is just
5 and
1 hit,
6.
5 and 6 is special.
Okay.
Nothing.
2 nothings.
You wing the one of the ones on Abraham with a pistol shot.
So glad I spent that luck.
Well, there you go. That's how the game works. You wing it. You're trying very carefully to hit it, but it's moving around a lot. But you do manage to hit it and not hit Abraham. That's what a complication would have been, just so you know. But yes, you do manage to wing it slightly, but it is also a very large, very dangerous creature.
Can do I have any time, action, movement left to try and be a little less conspicuous? I imagine I'll have jumped into the middle of an alley to shoot something, and I'd like to not be standing by myself in the middle of an alley at the end of my turn.
Well, you ran up the alley. You didn't jump. You just ran up the alley and fired. You don't look. If you peer up and down the street, there's no other creatures on this street at the moment. That's what complications are for. You can very easily stay where you are and stay in cover and stay out of the way. Not a problem.
Out of the way sounds good. Great.
I would like to know the wound that Abraham has on her leg.
Yes.
Is not the same as an affliction.
It is not an affliction. No, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm assuming I can't see or reach it without putting myself in the way of the dog.
Lion and
6-legged.
Cool.
you could make your way behind Abraham and start trying to help Abraham. That would put you, like, if they decide to attack other things, which I might do. I haven't decided yet. Then you might be the target of one. You also have a pistol.
I do have a pistol. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and shoot the one that has caused the most damage with my pistol.
Okay.
The bitey one.
The bitey one.
The bitey one.
The bitey one on Abraham's ass, which is also the one that got winged.
Nice.
Great.
Keep it going.
I've just written, I don't know what this means, 2 damage fearsome.
That's what your pistol does.
Great.
So you firstly roll to try and hit the creature, and then again use might and daring.
What can I use?
You have to use daring and reason with pistols.
Oh, perfect.
Cunning.
Okay.
Cunning is attacking.
Or at least
daring is
that's
defending.
what I just used.
Annoying. Never mind. 1 success.
I have 2 successes at the moment.
I'm gonna give you a momentum.
Means you get to roll once more.
How many successes do I need?
2. I've got 2.
And I've got 1. No.
Is it equal to?
No.
What is your daring plus your what is your cunning? Sorry, plus your reason.
12.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 13.
Oh, sorry, no.
No.
At the moment, you have not hit it.
I have not hit it.
There is the bang of the pistol, very audible, loud bang. Oh, using momentum.
Hang on. You got to use 2 more momentum now.
Yeah.
Oh, I do, don't I? No, I can't. Never mind.
Yeah, very sensible.
There is another bang of a pistol. God, these pistols are loud.
Great.
The pistol has fired, and you've shot over Abraham's head and missed entirely. You didn't roll complications, so you didn't hit Abraham. Yay! The doctor and his children just nope, like move back out of the way and just don't really know what to do. They're not physical.
Can I use acrobatic dodge to sort of nope? Or
Just sort of nope.
You could have done that if you went and healed, for example.
oh, I could have done that.
Anyway, you can scurry back with the doctor. That's really fine. You can sort of like hold the doctor back and hold your pistol. The doctor doesn't even carry a gun.
Yeah, sure.
They are not here
Back
for that.
squishy thing.
Abraham, we haven't done you yet.
No.
It's an army of bants on you.
Here we go.
2.
Yeah.
Are they minion?
No, they are monsters.
Damn. I will use my costume making techniques. I won't actually, it's just 4 arms, but I will do it in a sneaky assassin-like way to draw a dagger out the bottom.
Yep.
And I just start
I'm going to cunningly and assassinately start shanking wildly at the base of a lion.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Cool. That's the one that's above you that you're holding on to, not the one on your leg.
Yeah, probably.
Go for it.
Good idea.
Kill.
Stab it.
Yes.
I'm going to use Daring and Might again. Ooh.
Not bad.
Got 2. Ooh, it's a 6. Got 3 successes. These things are big. Lions. And I'm rolling well.
We can't be assisting.
Use
right?
1 momentum.
Okay, I've got 3. What have you got?
I have 1 success presently. 3 successes.
You can now shank.
I wanted to get some.
Shanking's only a single damage dice, isn't it?
Does your dagger do 1 + 1?
Dagger just does 1.
Does it?
1 damage dice, yeah.
Same as a punch.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Hang on, is it? No, it does. It has extra effects on the effects.
Oh,
of
it's
small
sharp,
damage. It's
isn't it?
sharp. That's it. It's sharp.
I won't be getting any momentum, even though I succeed. I need extra successes,
Extra
don't I?
successes to get momentum. Yes.
Oh well.
Roll that damage dice, and you can always give me more momentum to roll more damage.
Do you roll more damage?
No, you roll 1 damage dice, and if you want to spend momentum, you get extra damage dice for each momentum spent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Is this one injured at all?
No.
You can't really back out now.
Yeah, you've sort of got your dagger in it.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about extra damage.
So you've got your dagger in it.
Yeah, I may as well do some extra damage.
2 dice rolls. Do it.
Oh,
1 damage.
Oh, okay.
So 3 and the 4.
Another one.
1. 2 damage. You start shanking it in the belly.
Yeah.
Both of the one on your arm, which you're now 2 hands dealing with, and the one biting into your leg, they have taken some stabbing and some winging gunshots. They don't look that badly hurt yet at all.
No.
Yay.
No.
So lovely.
I have a question.
Yeah.
From Cordelia's obviously extensive knowledge of banths,
It's a massive
would
banter.
persuasion-y, reasoning-y things work in any way, shape or form with things that aren't humanoid?
It would usually work, but you're worried about these control things on the back of the neck. Maybe if you cut them all,
I was thinking about that.
shot them all, bash them repeatedly with a stick.
Great.
These are all
I mean, I have a grenade.
ideas.
I mean, I have a grenade is the best addition to that ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a big boom. Right, it is now the band's turn. The one on your leg is going to keep trying to eat you.
Thought it would.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, now the healing might be the. Oh.
2 successes, 3 successes.
4 successes.
Bitch, am I going to spend...
No.
I've got loads left. I think I might.
What do I do to counter that?
You don't. Or you can roll more
Momentum.
Oh, yeah, go on, what are you going to do?
I'm going to have what you kind of got. I've got 3.
Yeah, I've got 4, so you need 1.
I need 1.
Yeah.
Got 1. You can burn momentum to roll again if you like. 2 more, because I rolled under a 7, which is their cunning. I'm currently going to eat your leg.
Really?
Ooh.
I'm going to get hurt.
What
do you roll? What do you roll for the damage? What do you roll for the damage?
3
We'll remind you
damage
of this
dice.
level of sympathy.
Okay. Oh, I'll take it.
Good.
I'll take your threat. Square on the thigh. Ouch. On the thigh.
Don't know if I like that. Right, good.
Oh dear.
6.
Jesus.
Oh my god! In one go.
Damage in one go.
I was wrong.
Which
I
means you get
apologise.
1 injury.
Yeah.
Your leg, your thigh is now bleeding terribly. There is horrible, and you realise that leg's going to be, you're going to limp on it for a while if you don't do something about it. And you've also filled your stress tracker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. What does the 6 automatically.
6. It gets added onto the 4 I did last time.
Yeah.
Your stress tracker is an 8.
Yeah.
So that's 10. So it's hit it as well.
Why does the 6 do it?
Because 6 plus 4 is 10. Sorry.
No, sorry, I don't get if it's 2 separate things or one thing.
Oh, I see. Is it 1 affliction or 2 afflictions?
Yeah.
I'll count it as 1 affliction because you've hit your stress tracker. But any damage you now take, any damage at all, it now means you'll get an affliction, no matter how much it is.
Yay!
If only we had a medic.
That's good. Your leg is bleeding, and you realise as the leg buckles slightly, you can't even hold your weight on that leg. It's like the muscles.
Am I standing? I kind of thought.
You're now like kneeling, falling down a little. It's not good. It's not good.
6-legged. I've been in worse situations.
The one that is on your top half is going to also keep trying to snap at your. I
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
One.
I'm rolling real well.
Oh, God, that's not. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna roll.
So there I go.
I'm gonna use momentum.
Can I
do something now?
do something about the affliction now before we find out? Or should I wait?
You could. I mean, I'm still in the middle of an attack that's already happened, so you have to wait till afterwards.
Yeah, fine.
Is that 2 successes?
Yes, it is.
Excellent, good. What's that get you up to?
3.
3. How many do you get?
I got 3 as well.
But he's still going to hit him. Yeah.
I've gotta use it.
I mean, you get momentum back because you don't need 2.
No. Oh, because of success. Yeah.
You keep like your luck, your incredible, you're a hero, adventurer luck. Hold that again as the bite just gets really close to your face, and you just pull back a little, headbutt, and it comes back again. Like you are managing to just about hold your own, but you are really close to being fucked.
I like the idea that you go, hello, how are you? I'd like to meet you. Thank you very much.
Ed, the one on Savinas is going to. You've now sort of like twisted its arms and it's holding its arms out. It's going to try and use its back legs to lift you up.
Ooh.
And like sort of can try and bite forward at you.
Going for my belly.
Ooh, 2 successes again. I'm rolling super well. In D&D terms, I'd be hating these dice right now.
Yeah. I've
got 3.
I know, I only have 1 success. I'm not going to roll anymore.
You have so much momentum.
Yeah, I know. That's not going to come out until probably after this.
1, 3, 5. You take 5 points, so you're instantly injured. As it sort of flicks you up, you fall forward towards its mouth, holding its arms pinned. It just bites you, and it's grabbed hold of your collarbone, and it twists and tears slightly, and that shoulder is probably dislocated.
Nice.
And you have an injury, and you have 5 on your injury tracker.
An injury, not affliction.
You have an affliction. So you have an injury affliction.
Because
that also now means that your physical attacks.
I'm with you.
Yeah, no, you're fine because your physical attack is 8. You've got an affliction. You have an affliction and you have an affliction too. It also means any physical attacks you 2 do will now be at disadvantage. You have to get more successes.
But not
with one affliction.
I'm going to use just a scratch.
So you have taken 5 damage, but you have no affliction.
No.
So your stress track is up to 5. That's the same, but you don't have you have the. Sorry, you need to write down that you have the affliction, but it causes no negative effects. So your shoulder's dislocated. Yeah. It doesn't matter to you. It's not the worst thing that's happened to you.
No, not by a long chalk. Okay, so...
Good. That is all 3 of them, still savaging away the 2 frontliners. You can go on any point in the turn. There's no initiative order, so if someone has something that would make more sense to do first, do it first.
I would really like to use Skilled Physician on Abraham's leg.
Yes. Okay.
Good idea.
There's currently a big old lion on it.
But then, can I also then use Acrobatic Dodge to just be like, get out of the way?
That is how the rules work.
You have to roll quite well in order to make this happen.
Well, I don't have to roll for Skilled Physician.
Remove an affliction. Just done.
Yeah. Goodbye. I'm just gonna literally roll in with salve on my hand and just go.
You're gonna Simba Abraham's leg.
Yes. And just go ta-da! And then Acrobatic Dodge just immediately sort of do a forwards roll.
No. But it's the thing because if you roll in, then when you roll back out, you can do the thing where you flip your legs up and flip back onto your hands and then bounce out.
I could do that.
Let's do that.
So you very accurately lean in, just this sort of strange sound, instantly healing.
It stings like a bitch.
It stings together. It's very strange feeling. It's like this person isn't She is an exceptional healer.
I don't think I can even see her.
Yeah. You still have all of your injury tracker is still full, but you don't have an affliction anymore. Any damage on you will still, because this is knitted together, but you can realise it's knitted together. It's not looking like it's completely healed. It just...
I'm like, what's going on down there?
And you have sort of glided in and glided out, and none of the wiser.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
It is
teammate.
very much so. What are the rest?
I would like to shoot the most poorly looking band.
The most poorly looking banth is the one that Savinas is currently dealing with.
Aiming for the metal plate in the back of the head.
Nice.
I mean, don't be too impressed until I've actually hit
I'm
the
going to
flipping
increase the
thing.
difficulty of hitting by 1 because you're aiming for a specific point.
Does that mean you need a third dice?
If I
It depends what I roll.
don't... If I get 1 under, can I hit it somewhere else? Or is it just...
I think you can choose at this point. If you manage to roll to a point where you can hit the metal plate, you can. Whereas if you manage to just roll to hit. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that. Oh, I like this. Yeah.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
That is 2 successes.
I have only 1.
Oh, then I won't bother.
Exactly.
Does that mean I can hit the plate?
You
with
can,
2?
absolutely.
I go for the metal plate right at the back of the head.
Cool. You roll with the damage dice, please.
That is 2.
Get some. Oh, blanks.
I hate this blank thing. It's so frustrating.
There you go. Every single
I have no
time.
momentum left.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
No, it's a blank again. I was going to say, every single time you've rolled a d6 thus far, it's been a 3 or a 4, and only the last one has been a 4.
You do manage to hit the metal plate, but there's a ping as the bullet bounces off the metal plate and seems to do no damage to it.
Yeah. Oh.
You only get a certain number of luck things throughout the game.
I am swallowing my pride and taking it for now.
Yeah. Okay. There's a bang ping, off the back of its neck, which you hear very close to your head. But you don't seem to damage the metal plate in any way, shape, or form.
I meant to do that.
Do you shout that across the alleyway? You say it to yourself. Let's do that. Cool, that's 2 of you gone, 2 of you still to go, and 2 of you being savaged.
Yeah, I'm. Given that I'm done like this, I am going to try and rip this thing's throat out.
With your teeth?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
It will
the
use its
plan.
daring and might to try and knock out its throat ripped out.
Yeah, daring, might.
But I got 1 success.
So have I. However,
Well, the attacker only needs to draw.
no, I've only got one. You've got 2.
I only got 1.
Oh, you only got 1.
You've already hit it.
Nice.
You just lean in and just bite down and pull.
Yes.
I mean, that's really savage and awful. I like it.
Big fan.
With a dislocated shoulder.
That's the idea. Is because I can't really use the thing. I want to just hold it there. Is only 1 dice?
Yeah, unless you burn shit.
Maybe. No, that's a damage and an effect.
Which is 2 damage.
Fine.
Sharp.
Yeah, and in which case, yes, I want to do more. I was going to say I was going to use the momentum to do another one.
Okay.
So I get that back to you.
Please. Look at this pile of momentum you're all giving me.
That's another one of those.
Yeah.
I want to do more.
Okay, one.
This is what you saved it for.
I know, this is exactly the thing. And if I manage to.
Yeah.
Oh.
6 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
You lean in and you tear, and it just like viscera pour out as you all over your
pretty
face
covered,
as you are just
absolutely.
tearing this thing's throat out and lower it to the ground as you're lowered to the ground. Just
Yeah.
it is
Am I
warm
hitting...
buttered toast.
I'm assuming the ground is like dusty.
Sandy, yeah.
Yeah. Is there a building anywhere nearby?
Yes, you're in an alleyway.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but he's going to put 2 fingers in the sort of throat and then start drawing like a sigil. It's not representative.
Kill
of
mark.
anything.
Sigil.
Sorry, it's it's not representative.
Sigil.
It's not. It's not representative of anything. It doesn't represent a figure or anything like that. But it's quite a sort of wavy thing. And he looks and he appreciates what he's done.
Right, Savinas is having fun. What are you actually?
Considering I have 4 arms.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
When I generate momentum,
You didn't
from
generate momentum. You only just succeeded.
Okay.
Same with me. Considering I have 4 arms, am I able to get a sword free and whack at one with a sword?
Yes.
Cool, I do that. So I think roleplay wise, the dagger to start off with was better, but
And swords do more damage, don't they?
rules wise, use the sword.
This point you go chung, 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 with other arms go okay, ching, and then he's like hacking into its side as well.
With sort of assassin.
This is the same one that's not on your leg right now. It's the one that you're holding. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really reach the. I can't see where it is. I don't want to chop my leg off. Not great.
Ooh.
Did you get a 20?
I got a 20 and only have one success. So, no. I'll allow that as an automatic hit. I think a 20 counts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Agreed.
What'd you roll?
Please.
You've only got one success. What did you roll?
I got no successes.
None at all.
Hang on. Oh no!
What did you
One
get?
success.
One success. It's enough. Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
And no successes or one success?
But natural 20 is cancelling.
But I want to know about momentum.
Oh, I see. It's just one.
You're not going to get any extra momentum.
Unless I spent one, which is count.
It's also very low roll. So can you roll me 2 damage dice, please?
2 damage.
2 damage dice.
I'm going to use my green Martian dice.
Are you that shade of green? It's very virulent.
Yeah.
What have you got?
A 1 and a 4.
Okay, so you slash across the side of the band and it takes an extra point of damage. Not enough to kill it.
How injured is it looking?
Not especially.
And there's still 2 of them.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, fine.
Fuck it.
No, that's me.
Okay. The one that you have killed is dead.
Yes.
Yay.
Has everyone had a turn? Yes.
Yes.
The other 2 are still on Abraham. Still going to keep trying to kill Abraham. Why wouldn't they?
Well, you've got information. What is it? Behavioural chips in the back of your neck.
2 successes.
I feel under pressure.
That one's cocked.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Is it?
Do you not want it to be?
No.
Not anymore.
All right, fine. Hang on.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's a defensive. That's fine. I could use more threat.
Oh, come on!
So much threat here. I'm going to use some more threat. I'm going to roll some again. I've got 2 successes. How many have you got?
3.
3. That's
4.
it's more than that. That's 4 successes on those dice. So that's another 2. That's 6. So.
No, I meant 4 on those, I think.
Yep. I don't need to roll these. You take,
I'm going to take it. It's pointless.
You take an affliction. The one that you have, as your leg is feeling fine, but the one up here that you're starting hacking the side of is realizing that it's got 2 weapons on it, and one of its claws reaches around, grabs the hand holding the dagger, and twists, and you feel the wrist snap.
Oh!
I've been in worse situations!
You've still got 3 left, to be fair.
The one on your leg, 1 success.
That's a 1, isn't it?
Wasn't cocked.
How many successes is that?
2, and it's a 1. I don't know if that's special.
It's not. Right, so I will burn more.
Actually, sorry. 3.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will burn 3.
Because I needed 15, and that's 15.
I will burn 3 threat to throw 3 more dice.
Oh, come on! You just snapped my...
That's a 1 and a 3, so that is 4 plus the 1 I had is 5. How much do you have total?
3.
There we go. I'm not going to roll damage. The one on your leg, where your leg has just been salved open, is just going to tear it open and start biting down. It's sort of grabbed the muscle on your leg. It's starting to try and tear it away from the bone because it's a predator. It's trying to eat.
Yay.
You are in a lot of pain. Any physical attacks you now do have 2 disadvantage points on them.
Yay.
It's not looking good for Abraham.
How does disadvantage work mechanically?
Oh, sorry. It means that the difficulty to hit with a physical attack is now 2 higher. You have to be 2 above.
Great.
No.
No,
it's not good.
So that is the Banston. The 2 of them are still there, gnawing away angrily. Looking down the street, you can see some figures moving in the distance, moving in this direction, clearly attracted by the sound of savage bands attacking things and gunshots.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
How far away?
A couple of rounds.
Right. We should kill them really fast.
Couple of soft...
What?
Maybe a gad.
Oh yeah, they're roughly they're roughly a hard away.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine for a few more zods.
About 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet?
Yeah.
Holy crap, okay. 2,000 feet is quite a long way.
Yeah,
600
we're fine.
meters.
2 clicks.
We're totally fine.
No, 2 kilometers is 2 kilometers. That's
Yeah.
2 kilometers would
2,000 metres, you say?
2,000 feet, 600 metres.
Oh.
600 meters.
I've got kilometers on here. I've got meters, so therefore that is a third of a karad.
A third of a karat.
Third of a karad.
Which would
Karad.
be
This is less interesting than the rest of the whole game.
six hards. No,
Fine.
that's wrong.
I don't care. Get on with it.
Yeah. So what happens?
You have seen that. The 4 of you have actions. Have a turn. You do whatever you want.
Oh, well, tell us. Sorry.
Yes. I was going to.
I'm backseat speaking.
Yeah,
That's
you really
not
are.
good. Sorry.
That's totally fine. I'm going to sprint forwards and go, Regent, hurry up. There are people coming there. Don't look friendly.
So you're sprinting into the alleyway with the 2 bats.
I just
That takes me away
to
from
the doctor with a really?
But
Can you hurry it up, please?
I'm coming in to hopefully distract them from you onto
You can
me.
run across that street and you have the ability to not be seen very easily, so you
That's
are
the
not
plan.
seen. But you still have an action if you want
Yeah.
it.
You do at least distract me from daubing.
Yes.
As I run past, can I see if I recognise what he's daubing?
What is the sigil that you are talking?
It's literally nothing meaningful, as in, like, it's a
Caveman language.
Stick figure.
kind of thing. No, that's what I mean. It's not representative of anything. It's me creating
Playing.
swirls.
Oh,
It's
he's just
art.
painting.
Psycho art.
That's not what I'd call it, but yes. I think that's probably that covers
So
it.
as she runs past, Cora's going to start getting her glasses out, and then no.
Not worth it, just
Right.
happen.
As we've already attracted people, I'm not going to put the pistol away. I will shoot.
As you're running,
No, I will get where I want to go and shoot.
point
I'm
blank
not.
range, much harder.
Is it harder?
How?
Point blank.
Shoot, run.
That's what I do.
Actually, fuck it. Yeah, this is not D&D. You usually run up, you should get close, just go
Yeah. I'm Indiana Jones.
grab
That's what
one,
I'm-
hold it like this so you can shoot directly.
Exactly like that.
Cool.
Unless that makes it harder, in which case, no, I'll shoot first.
I love how you say shoot it correctly and do the sideways.
Yeah.
Hey!
3 successes.
I also have 3 successes, but
But
that
I'm
doesn't-
attacking.
Yeah, that doesn't hit unless I spend some threat, which I'm not going to.
That's very kind. Right.
No, you're not going to spend.
I want to spend it on doing damage, not on not
Well,
having
obviously,
damage.
that's all you've spent it on, me.
2 damage.
2 damage.
This is good.
Which one? The one on the leg or the one on the arm?
Die.
The one that was giving me a clearer shot. So probably
One on the leg.
the one on the leg.
It's not dead yet.
No, I figured, given
You
it
could spend
took
some momentum
a
to
lot.
do more damage.
Yeah, all the momentum I have.
I would like to, in order to spur Savinas to do something, go, Savinas!
Okay.
Okay.
And then what?
And then
You can still heal him again.
I know.
But I don't want
don't
to.
like
No,
him.
it's not that.
Kill her as well.
Sorry, yeah.
It's alright, don't worry.
You have 1 affliction.
2
afflictions.
2 afflictions.
You've got the wrist.
She's in a bad way.
She's got the wrist and she's got the leg.
Yeah.
I might just do the same again.
I love this.
I think I've got a bandage.
Tourniquet or something.
With I think I'm gonna come and just like literally whoosh, and like tie your wrist and then like need to roll straight back
You
out.
can heal 2 afflictions by spending momentum while doing this.
Oh.
Toby's going, yes.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, okay, so I come in just really in a very maternal way, just kind of go, for God's sake, I just did this.
Multitasking like a demon. For goodness sake. Yeah.
Another maternal
I
question.
I smear salve back on the leg, and then I tourniquet the wrist, and then I nope straight back out of there with acrobatic dodge.
No, thank you.
You don't even have to roll for it.
Your 2 afflictions.
That's very cool.
Your 2
Nice.
afflictions are gone.
Thanks.
You two still have actions to take.
Yes, I'm going to come back and try and
The one on the leg or the one on the top half?
the legs.
All right. Do you want to grab it by the tail and swing it?
Yes.
Cool.
I love this plan.
And that's the one that just got shot as well. So you just run up and hit it close, and you just grab its tail and whack it against the wall.
That's going to be the plan. Okay, so
Defending myself. Nice.
Oh, nuts. Okay.
2 successes.
1 success, but I'm going to go for at least 1 momentum.
Okay. Give me the momentum. Give me.
2 successes, and I'm attacking. Did you get 2
I've rolled
successes? In which case, I have just got 2 successes as well, so I'm going to hit. And then
I'm going to say you grab it by the tail and pull it. And the question is, do you just sort of yank it and hurt its back, or do you actually like thwack it against the wall?
I don't do anything at all.
You do pull it away from Abraham's leg, so it is now more interested in you two because you're both in very close proximity.
Yeah. That's
Abraham, there's only one on you now that you're dealing with.
So you're fine.
That was with one hand as well, because this arm is useless for the moment.
You've got 4 arms.
Fair point. Only with 2 hands.
You can also ignore the injury, so I think you're just moving through it.
Yeah.
Occasionally going, ooh,
ow!
you're locking back in at some point.
Yeah. Okay,
Is there like on the escalation of weapons? What position am I in? Because in my mind, I'm sort of like on my back, struggling. But am I on a knee?
You're on your knee.
You're now on a knee.
Okay.
You could drop to your back and use both weapons and stab up into its guts.
No, I was also thinking, is there a way that one of my many limbs can get the rifle? And just sort of like take a moment and just like. I'm happy not to.
It makes no material difference. If anything, I should disadvantage you because you're using a rifle in close quarters.
But are you going to?
No, it's awesome.
I think it's quite a cool move. Yeah. If you sort of fall back a little bit to take the rifle off and just...
It's kind of like, it pins the dagger, it pins the sword. I've got more.
Go for it. Shoot it with your rifle.
I'm going to take a moment to aim, obviously.
Yeah. It's very hard to miss when it's that close.
So I'm going to use 4d20.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
With my expert aim.
Oh, I see, yeah.
She's a sniper. I rolled 2 successes.
That should be lots.
Don't know. What is it? Cunning and reason?
Cunning and reason. Creason.
Okay, so 2 successes. What did you get?
2.
Oh, and that's fine.
Yeah, you hit it, yeah. You pull the rifle back and there's a muffled explosion as it explodes inside the band.
I was originally, of course, using the melee weapons to stay stealthy, but hearing gunshots.
You've now... Well, you also... The band is working rather well as a muffler?
Yeah.
I get an extra d6 on rifle damage, so I'm going to roll the 3.
Do it.
Come on, you.
2's good.
1 damage.
No,
2.
Yeah, but there's a 3 and a 4. Isn't
The
1 and 2
does 2
just
damage.
Oh, yes, 2 damage.
You shoot it at close range. It is not down. It is by no means down, but you have like shot it in the guts. And it's
You've given it something to consider.
Yeah. Right, the one that you have pulled away is just going to flail around it wildly, either at you or at you. I haven't decided yet. Roll d20 and see what happens.
You look much more threatening.
Yeah, but you're right there.
True.
Yeah.
Cordelia.
Oh, God!
Every death and fire.
That's already 1 success. That is 2 successes.
What am I I haven't had to defend myself yet. What am I rolling against?
Daring... What was it?
Daring and cunning. No?
You're sure I can't use
Might.
some empathy or some reason?
You could try and stop it from attacking you. I'm very happy. Daring and empathy you could have. You go, no. Shh, it's okay. Though please note this thing has a mind control chip.
Or reason.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Reason would be, how can I stop it from attacking me? Practical. Like, thinking, logic.
Can I
so
do
like
that?
a sidestep or something. No?
Can I try some logical ways of diverting it towards Savinas?
Sure.
Right. Reason and cunning, because that feels a little bit...
You always use daring to defend yourself.
Always use daring
to attack.
I will use reason and daring then.
Do it. Oh, wow. I've already got 2 successes.
That is fine. That was nothing.
Yeah.
I'm so squishy. No, I'm just going to get hit.
Yeah, I think that's...
Use luck to get the other party member here.
Exactly.
One,
You're welcome.
2, 3.
Thank you.
You take
Backseat.
3
It's
damage as it turns, as you're pulling its tail, it just claws around and catches Cordelia, who you sort of stumbled to the side. 3 points of damage.
Injury damage.
Injury damage, yes. These only do injury damage. They are not good at trying to confuse you or do anything else.
Fine.
Abraham, the one on you is going to try and you just shot it in the stomach. It's not particularly happy about that. It is going to try and disembowel you.
Oh, sounds fine.
Nothing.
Wow.
I rolled nothing. You can get a bonus momentum here if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I got 4 successes.
Jesus.
I rolled nothing. You get 4 momentum.
Yes! It's time to bring the pain!
Save a threat for later. Cool. You get.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Somebody's got some momentum, yeah.
It tries to move out of the way and it tries to claw at you, but just it's currently like it's bleeding from various points. It's not looking particularly happy, but also you can tell it can't stop attacking.
I
and
know.
At this point, it might run away, but it isn't.
I know
Mind control.
that the tide of battle has turned,
Yes, you do.
and I get 4 momentum for that.
That's how it works.
It is now all of your
John
turns.
Carter.
You do hear some shouting from the street now because there's been more gunshots.
So with which so I've got it by the tail and
Yeah.
it went one way in order to hit Cordelia.
Yes.
I want to sort of kick round and try and kick it in the face.
Ooh.
To
You're going to use its tail to swing around it.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, in as much as I'm assuming it's very big. I'm assuming
It is huge,
the problem. That's what I mean. So
Have you got a how big-ish,
Banff.
roughly?
it's like a
Size of a
horse.
lion.
Well,
Oh, tiny.
yeah, relatively speaking, if you're 15 foot tall, that's not that bad, is it?
It's got a lot of legs and teeth.
Well, I never 3 on me and stuff.
Right, I'm gonna attack it anyway.
Do it.
Okay. Annoying. That's but 1 success. Yeah.
That is 3.
Right. That'll. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Momentum this up. That's a lot better. That's 3 successes as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet.
It tries to move out of your way. It's big, it's strong, but you just flip around and do that sort of cross kick. Like
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah.
Momentum.
It's on the table.
No, but I didn't get any.
Oh, I thought you got
3 and 3. I rolled 3 as well.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
These things are very strong.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big one again.
2.
Yes.
Flying V kick to the face. As you flying V kick into the face, it just boom, it's insensate. You knock it out.
Yes!
Just, boom, hits the ground, hits the deck.
Nice.
Not dead.
You
Just
are welcome.
insensate.
You are welcome.
Well, it's probably tried to scratch you, so.
It did. Bleeding.
Yeah, exactly.
Profusely from an artfully torn.
Would you like to paint in this?
It's the Kirk.
Hang on.
Oh, you've been Kirk shirted.
Oh no.
So the captain's had a slight cut across and the whole bottom of the shirt's fallen off. But it's not the bottom half, but it's a tiny little strip around the bottom just to show off the herbs.
Yeah.
Which are there, really quite. Cordelia is quite hench.
She is a tank.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn around to Ali and go, I have a boo-boo. One shoulder like hanging out.
Oh, and no pain, just like clonk, that's gone. Yeah.
I have a boo-boo.
Oh my God.
If everyone else has a chance to do something. One is now dead, horribly dead.
Yeah.
One is knocked out and will not be able to do anything else.
Yeah,
instead.
I've got blood all down my front as well.
Just imagine someone as huge you going, I am a boo-boo, all over your face.
And we've all seen these weird electronic things.
You've all seen now at this point that something is making them stay in this fight longer than a natural predator would.
Can I try and sort of
Wrench the off.
with the dagger? Oh no, that one was
We've
broken
still got
raised.
the live one.
Yeah,
Yeah, on me.
Oh, I see.
You want to try and you could just grab it and pull.
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
try and do that.
Yeah. It's physical attack, strength-based attack. Are you still hurt? Or they're both gone.
No, they're both gone.
I need to work harder. Okay.
No, you don't. Shall I re-roll that? 'Cause it could have been
Yeah.
a 1. Could be a 7. Now it's going to be a 20. Oh, it's terrible. 1 success.
1 success.
Was that a 20? Oh, no.
No, that is 2 failures.
Yay!
And I'm not going to use momentum. I'm not going to use my momentum. I'm going to use threat. So you reach around, and you grab it on the back of there. Grab the metal as you can feel it.
4
and
arms.
Just pull. You just pull. Roll the damage on this.
Can I get 2 momentum, please?
Oh yeah.
1 success and 4 armed. 4. Oh.
Do you want to do more damage with this pull than 1d6, which you currently do with the physical attack?
I'm going to save this momentum for the other people who are a gad away.
Yeah.
Roll 1 for now. I'll tell you what happens if you could do more damage.
Okay, I will use the momentum.
Why? What was it?
The 3.
No, I didn't.
5.
You twist and you pull, and it shrieks horribly. It's a very strange noise. You never heard a band make a noise like this. It must be that. It must be some kind of inbuilt terror noise that you'd never hear a lion make very often. It takes damage, and it takes psychic damage as well, as you're twisting this thing out of its head, and it shudders as you pull it and just collapses to the ground. And its cables go back into the band. You've not pulled all of this out, but you have.
It falls over.
Oh yeah, it's incapacitated.
I'm like.
So both bands are incapacitated now.
2 incapacitated, and 1 is
very dead.
Warm but retest. Yes.
I would like to go take that plate from Abraham.
I was going to say.
She'll give it to me and
Hey,
get
Doc.
Yeah. I mean, the cables are still in the brain, right? So get fingers in the brain and
I'm looking around.
working out where the wiring is going.
I'm looking around. I'm scouting immediately.
I'm gonna go and hurt. I'm gonna go and.
Innards. You have no high ground here.
He's excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you're doing is go.
So you're going to cure the affliction.
I'm gonna go and cure the affliction while he's distracted by the shiny thing.
All you have to do is put the shoulder back in.
Yeah, just sit still.
Roll me a reason and a daring. You're digging around animal's brain.
So daring.
Oh!
That is 3 successes.
Might be 4.
My daring is so low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is.
You
Thank you.
You realise as you're pulling all the pieces out, this extended far into the brain stem, but you just pull out occasionally and bits of brain come flying out. It is in bed. It's not just like a chunk, there we go. Someone has to medically, and looking at the band, there's a stitching pattern down its back. It looks like it's been extensively added to it. It's not something that can be added quickly or easily.
Is there any kind of stamp, trademark, signature, anything I'd recognise of?
There is a strange stylized Barsoomian E. By them.
Right. Okay.
The figures in the alleyway have now reached a point where they could look into both alleyways and are going to. Do you try and hide?
Yes.
Like I said, I was looking around, so I see those people, I guess.
Yes, they are running towards the alleyway. There's not enough time here for everyone to get out before they look
Did
down the
you
alleyway.
say that there were other people?
I did.
Yeah, cool.
Who are they? What are they?
Oh, Eidolon agents.
What?
Agents of the Eidolon. They're the assassins that are...
Okay, Red Martians?
some green amongst them as well, yeah.
Minions?
Potentially, you don't know.
How many?
5.
Okay.
As they run to the mouth of the alley and look once up the one you were in, and then turn to look down the one that all of you are currently stood in with various dead bands. That's where we're going to take our break. Yay! We're going to spend about 5-10 minutes. See you in a bit.
This is mental, this game.
the bag.
Anyway, we were telling a fun story. So you had just dispatched, knocked out the 3 banths, that's Barsumian lions, that were attacking you in this alleyway. And unfortunately, a group of assassins and these Green Martians, who you don't know a lot about yet, have heard the gunfire and shouting and screaming and have run towards the mouth of the alley to look in and find out what's going on. As they round the corner and you see them coming, what does everyone do?
Hide! Acrobatic dodge into a hidden position.
Totally fine. The Doctor and his kids are still quite far back, so they are going to pull back slightly and try and blend against the wall. You can acrobatically dodge behind something, so you're fine to roll hiding. What's everyone else doing to try and hide? Considering that there's not much space in an alleyway to hide.
Can I leap onto the roof?
Yes.
I'd like to leap onto the roof.
You leap onto the roof and also hide, no problem.
I noticed that. Do I?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, I'm behind something, I can't.
There's 2 reactions, given that...
yes, a red Martian being able to leap like that is peculiar.
There's 2 reactions. Either, if there is something that he can genuinely hide behind, he will try. If he doesn't, he goes...
I'm going to stand in the middle of the alley and wait for them. So potentially who could try and hide behind me.
Well, it's the thing, if everyone sort of disappears off into the things and he's going like... and then sees that you're stepping out of the thing.
There are Banff corpses all over the floor.
Yeah, I think
blood all over me.
I'm gonna come and stand
all over his mouth.
Yeah, good, that's a point. I didn't even notice that, but I'm gonna come and stand beside you in a sort of like, look, I don't know if this is the right idea, but I'll try.
So the 2 of you, can you please roll what is some good fashion stuff? Cunning and daring, please. Try and
God.
hide.
Are they all minions?
Why?
Because if they are, I don't need to roll. I have my skilled.
Oh.
I can.
Well, until you know that whether they're all minions or not.
One of them is not a minion.
Then I will roll. Did you say
For the
cunning
purposes of
and...
storytelling.
Does it have to be cunning and daring?
Yes, it does. Unless you can give me some elaborate excuse as to why you want to use something else.
Well, I would like to use reason because
You're looking at the place where it's best to hide.
yes,
We're
it's a
reasoning
smart thing to do.
scientifically. I'm reasoning scientifically the angle I need to jump up on the roof without doing anything stupid.
I'll allow you both to do that.
Can we help? Because we are
distracting, yeah.
definitely being distractions.
Alright, so should we...
Which is probably cunning and daring?
I think so.
I have
For me, anyway.
4 successes.
4?
No, 3.
Three?
3 successes. Yes.
I have 1.
I have 4 successes.
Plus 2 from me.
Why are we using this on the hide roll?
How do you have 4? For 7
Because
and 10.
no, I'm lying to you. I have 3 successes.
Okay, but I also add 2 successes to that.
2.
I had 1.
I rolled a 3.
So we've got 6 in total?
I've got loads. It's just a question of how much momentum.
So 3, 3.
2 and 1.
Great. 9 successes.
1 each.
Yummy.
3, 1 each.
Yummy momentum.
You all jump, hide, and you 2 are just standing there. As around the corner, a couple of red Martians who you don't recognise step in, look at you. He's looking at the band confusedly, and a couple of green Martians that you both don't recognise.
Good.
I wouldn't recognise.
Stepping with them is a rather large green Martian that you do recognise, who is missing an eye and carrying a rifle like yours, who steps in, looks at 2 of you, and in Green Martian, unless you 2 happen to speak the language.
Don't they all speak the same?
They all speak the same language.
Barsoom, yeah.
They all speak Barsoom. In Barsoom.
Don't we also speak?
Is there another thing?
Is there another thing, Tim?
I feel like there's grunting.
I know it's in.
If there's anything else.
I will have it in a second because in the things you do know, I don't know if it's language or just culture.
Have a look.
So it may be that they all speak the same language. Why is my tablet being so slow?
I mean, in the books, they all speak the same language.
Oh, do that?
Yeah, in this case, they all speak English. You and them come well.
Barsumian is very different.
You speak and read common Barsumian.
There we go. So they step up and the big one looks at both of you and goes, "This is not your prey."
Oh.
What was his name again?
I feel like mine's
Jags.
a better reaction.
Witty repartee.
Yeah.
Jags Kurgus.
Jags Kurgus.
You know me.
You are famous. Amongst the... Hang on, Jags.
I do not know you.
I, like you, was once a Gorthan.
that round at me.
Hired killer. Assassin. I'm not saying that to explain to you lot. I'm
You all
just
know
saying. Yeah. Yeah.
You are not part of the Thark tribe.
I'm sort of walking towards him as I'm speaking.
Yeah, he's just watching both of you carefully.
I'm following, but I'm slightly behind. It's slightly...
You are not part of the Thark tribe.
No. This is my friend. It's not the brightest spark in the tinderbox. My name. I'm trying to get right in amongst them.
Okay, if you walk right up to him, he's going to step back and raise a hand and go, "Not too close."
Okay, but am I sort of surrounded by the others?
No, they're behind him.
Okay. Acquaintances with Skoma. These guard pets have attacked us, unfortunately for them.
You should have come to the camp first.
Well, yes. Where is Skoma? Can you take me there, please?
Of course, you and your friend are welcome to join us. This is very impressive.
Looking at the 3 band that have been shot with a pistol that you don't carry, and
there was only one that was...
and one has had his control panel removed, and it's not anywhere to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to roll to see how smart this guy is.
Not very, we're hoping.
You've removed one of the mind control devices.
I sort of wave my bloodied lower right arm. I think it probably... No, upper right arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was icky, as the Red Martians often say.
Also, just after you've done that, I do a sort of...
Which way is it?
We need it returned.
Yes. Okay.
So where is it?
Oh, I tore it off and threw it somewhere. You, can you... It's over there somewhere. I'm pointing at the people behind.
Yes, I love it.
Some of the assassins are sort of edging around you kind of warily and go to start searching the alleyway.
Very well. Come with me, both of you.
You're still in the alleyway hidden, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he turns and gestures for the 2 of you to follow.
I'm going to look back and, I'm panicked at the idea of leaving you, but I'm also I think you've been telling me to shut up most of the time that we've known each other. Do you know what I mean? As in, let you do the talking. So I'm wary of... I'm not going, Alli! That's not... But there is a sort of... And we're going to get if we're going to get taken off.
Mm-hmm. Am I smart enough to remember the map that I have seen?
Your reason score's stupidly high, yeah.
Would it be possible, considering that the alley is now being searched, that I could sneakily kind of go back the other way and find a way around to this same main road to potentially follow them? Like around the block?
Who are you following? Us or...
You.
They haven't left yet. Are you leaving now? Are you going with?
I'm following what... I can't remember your name, Toby, sorry.
Abraham.
Yes.
Fuel. I've introduced myself as Fuel.
Okay, so I'm going to follow Fuel in as much as they seem to be the person who knows what they're doing now. But there's regret at the fact that I'm having to leave Ali behind, but I'm presuming that they'll be okay. So whatever you're doing, I will follow in your footsteps.
So what's the sort of positioning of...
Everybody.
Some of the Eidolon agents are now looking through the alleyway and looking for the lost control chip.
Do you have it?
Yep.
They're heading towards the back of the alley where you know people are hiding, and Jags and his people have asked you to come with him to go and see Skoma, presumably.
Okay. I said, oh no, you two, it's probably... come here, look, can we spend 5? I'll probably... You two over here.
Are you trying to hide the fact that you're going to look in the back of the alley and not find it? In other words, are you trying to hide the fact that you are protecting people from being found?
I am trying to get... Because there's 2 with him, who I assume are sort of edgy guarding me.
The two with him there are two with him who are also Green Martians, and there are two Eidolon agents. Yes,
but the two Green Martians, I assume, are sort of protecting the boss / making sure I don't do anything. So I'm trying to get the other two over.
The Eidolon agents.
Yeah. The Red Martians over to where I am.
To do what?
To, do they come over? I mean, I'm implying that the thing is here and I'll help them search because they're stupid.
They're going to keep looking through the alleyway unless you, like...
Oh, yeah, I'm saying, no, look, it's over here. Come and help.
Can you roll me a cunning, that's what this is, and reason, or empathy, I don't mind.
Reason it is.
Okay.
One success.
That is not enough at the moment.
So what, they're not coming?
They are currently not listening to you.
How close are they?
To Alli and the other two.
The squishies, yeah.
Getting there, getting quite close.
Okay.
Sorry, there's still a check going because you can still attempt to run more if you want.
Yes.
Nice.
Got one.
Brilliant, that's enough. They turn back as you sort of gesture at them and, okay, come over, and now everyone's clustered at the mouth of the alley.
So I, after scoring...
You got them all around you?
One. They are, all the four are around me.
All four are around you, that's correct.
Jags. Apart from Jags. I center myself using the way of the Gorthan and do an exceptionally impressive manga-esque move of jumping up in the air, not too high, but just a little jump, and then like a kick on one of their heads,
Can you take out all 4 minions in one go?
You should be able to.
With 3 momentum, I can. Because I can do one automatically.
Yeah. Wow. Fucking hell.
Kick one in the head, punch another, bring another one down in a sleeper, and sort of elbow one in the back.
Jesus.
And just hit that one on a pressure point. None of them are dead.
Well, I was going to say, my reaction to it when you start doing this, can I help?
Don't need to. Thanks for that.
I mean, as in, like, I would try and if you knock over, if you knock over one of the ones, then I will go immediately for the neck again. If you see what I mean.
Oh God!
Why don't you stamp down with a foot on the neck this time?
Yeah.
Well, there is a Jags.
No. But the thing that you're attacking, I want to take out one of the ones that you're attacking.
So there's basically a quick boom, and you knock them all down. They're incapacitated immediately.
Incapacitated.
Okay, that's fine. All of them go down, and you just crash down on one of their necks and try and snap their.
The one who's nearest to me when they've fallen over.
As I see this, I'm like, no! What are you doing?
So it's gonna...
Please stop.
So right.
I don't know how this works mechanically.
That's all right. You just don't do it. If you it's your choice.
No, the stamp still happened on the neck.
Oh, don't do that.
Right. Yeah. It's actually. Hang on. What would it be?
Cunning plus might for an attack.
In which case, 2 successes.
Yeah, it's a minion.
Oh, so I just took that one out.
Yeah, one of the
I felt that it went. Yeah, because I felt that it went, and I went down for it again, and then you go stop. Oh.
Jags has pulled the rifle off his back and stepped out of the alleyway and is beading you directly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Jags, I'm sorry for the death of your minion. Have you?
He shoots you.
No. I suspected that.
Might just happen.
Yeah, when attacking dishonorably, he's particularly good at shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That is 1 success, and I'm going to burn some threat if I need to.
I got a 20.
You got a complication.
But a 3 as well, so that would be 2 successes.
So I need to burn 1 anyway. Yeah, it's another success. That's enough. Good. I'm using it.
This is gonna.
As you start talking, there's a gunshot that just ratchets, this incredible loud bang. This sniper rifle being used at very close range, and because it's a complication, it's going to hit you in the head.
Can I use some momentum
To do what?
to lessen the successes or something?
You can't really take away the 20, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll just keep burning threat until you get me anyway.
Also, no, you can't. No, you get shot in the head.
Ouch. Oh, tell me I lose an eye because that would be quite cool.
Yeah, he's missing an eye. That'd be very weird.
Be Luke and Vader, come on.
Oh, hang on. Shots with a rifle. Get extra. One extra. I didn't need to burn the threat even.
Did they not?
No, he gets to roll 40-20 when he's attacking with a rifle.
Yay.
And strike out with superior. That truce has been called. That is horrible fashion, definitely. 5 and 2 damage, so it's 4 damage dice.
I think you should have burnt a threat to seize the momentum.
You attacked 4 minions. I don't have to seize the momentum at all.
Yeah, but... Oh, yeah, you stomped ahead.
That was me. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 damage in one go, so you take an instant wound. And because of the complication, I am going to say that you have been basically shot in the head and shot down.
What is the I remember it from last time, when you take a wound automatically, is it more than half of... Oh, okay, cool.
So you take 5 in your injury tracker immediately.
Yay.
And you have a wound immediately. You're also, because it's a shot to the head, and he's a very good shot.
Can it be an eye?
No. It tears the side of your face and tears an ear off.
Oh, nice.
And you collapse to the floor, and you are blacked out for this scene because it was too good.
Yeah.
Can Cordelia jump off the roof and land in between them?
In between them?
Yeah.
Sure, you jump and land in between them. You still have an action, and he's still holding the
And
rifle.
say, now you listen to me.
What do you need to do?
Okay, so sorry to jump on that.
Yes.
The reaction is going to be when the shot goes off and it gets down. Then Savinas is going to jump backwards for him.
For
Shuko. Jack. Sorry, yes.
Jack. What does now? What does now listen to me do?
As in mechanically, or
Massive
as in what am I?
psychic
What do I?
Mechanic.
So mechanically, I get an extra 2d20 when trying to persuade people.
Okay,
what are you trying to persuade him of?
And
I was
Not a good idea. Yes.
I'll roll some empathy and reason for him.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that is
There's about 5 successes.
Empathy and reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and then I get a 4th die. 7 successes.
7 in one go. That's
7
2
with
ones.
4d20.
That's 2 ones.
All of
admittedly,
them.
but That's insane.
All of them
I'm
were
going
below
to tell
my
you what
lowest.
to do.
I don't have enough momentum to give you as much as you have earned here, so you have a threat that works as momentum.
Thanks.
His rifle's beaded on sort of where you're standing, but he's not shooting. He just stops. And you stop as well. Considering that roll,
exactly. I think it is just a big.
Good.
His comment is currently paused. I'll remind you that he likes to shoot people while they're talking because he is an honourless killer.
Yeah.
Special talent of his.
Did I
Interrupt scenes
lose?
to just shoot the shit out.
Did I lose the injury I got last time? Has that gone away now? Because
Yeah, new scene.
cool.
You've lost the stress. You haven't lost any injuries.
Yeah, it's just stress trap.
Wait, no, but you didn't have a full.
I had 3
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
no affliction, so I keep
It's
the
done.
3.
You have no affliction, so no.
No, you don't. You
Oh,
keep the
brilliant.
go back to.
Go back
Back
to
to
0.
0.
and you
That's
have no
just
afflictions,
if
fine.
I'm about to get shot at point blank range, I want to know where I'm starting.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
She's going to go.
You also roll super hard, so do it immediately. That would be cruel.
Thanks. This is pointless, thoughtless, irrational violence. We can clearly be on the same team. What is it you want? And I thank you not to point that thing at me.
You to die.
He lowers the rifle slightly. It's still trained at you, just at a limb, not at your head.
I'll take it.
I don't particularly know or care. I've been hired.
By whom? Possibly the same people we have.
The Eidolon.
Skoma.
Cool. You are lying, so he's some kind of nice, bitty little.
Oh, in D&D you do.
No, I think you did this too. Like,
Yeah, no, that fits. Well, cunning.
Reason and cunning?
Yeah.
yes, please, reason.
Excellent.
I will count that.
Does this count as trying to persuade someone?
No.
I thought it was
on
the
a
try.
stress tracker as part of confusion.
Oh, from the highest to the lowest.
That was a complication.
A complication for you, sir. I doesn't believe you.
Great. It fails.
Yeah, he's going to shoot you in the leg.
I deserve that. That's fine.
If that happens again, then I'm going to go straight to his leg.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
You're not dead though.
No, but I'm not
unconscious.
here.
That is a shot with a rifle is cunning and reason. So 12. 1, 2, 3. Not under. 3 successes at the moment.
In injury.
Well, no, it's 3 successes to hit you. You can still
Oh, I
defend
see.
yourself.
Sorry. And I'm rolling cunning and
Daring. You're rolling daring and whatever you want to use in this case to argue for it.
reason
Okay.
because I'm smart.
That's the best idea.
That is 2 successes,
I rolled 3.
and I need to get another
You've got
2.
loads of momentum.
I do have so much momentum now.
Yeah.
You got luck as well. Don't forget.
No.
I'm going to pay you 1 momentum for starters.
Okay.
Have your threat back.
Thank you.
What did I say? Reason and daring.
Yeah.
Have another 2 momentum. I've got loads. It's fun. There we go. Now that is 4 successes.
Cool. He shoots. You quickly move, and the bullet pew, goes wide, and you're leaping right at him. Go for it. Make it happen.
Nice.
Roll to hit it. That's cunning and might for you.
So
Roll daring and I think might suits better because it's like a physical altercation. It's like,
yeah. I'm trying to knock him over.
Okay.
Is the thing? It's that kind of grappling. I'm not aiming sort of punches, as it were. It's the.
I only have 2 successes at the moment.
Okay.
Get it.
Yes, nailed it. Hang on, might and what is it? Cunning.
Cunning.
Yeah, that's 3 successes.
3 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You leap in and grab him and just bowl him to the ground.
Yes.
He's the physical combat. Is
Yes.
going to, hang on.
That'll be 1, and there'll be 1 damage.
What happens with dishonourable stuff?
Yeah.
Has that got an in-game effect?
Yeah, he's a dishonourable villain.
Oh, so we just look down on him.
You already do. Like shooting you mid-sentence is pretty shitty behaviour. I'm going to burn 3 threat immediately, so get him to use a movement. You knock him down, but you don't grab hold. He slides out. He's going to run out of the alleyway.
Still damage?
Yeah, still damage.
Okay, cool. But he does slide away. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Nothing.
Okay.
Chris, can I say, considering Green Martians don't seem to have ears, but they do have tusks,
Oh shit!
can I have lost a tusk?
Just got shot off.
He runs out of the alley. You haven't taken an action. You just dodged the attack. He has dodged out of the way and is trying to. He's talking. I'm going to say that for this one, he's trying to run. You haven't done anything at the back of the alley yet.
No.
You're going to do anything to try and stop him?
Shoot him. You can.
Heal
You
him.
need. Hang on.
You're doing well.
Do you have an affliction?
Yes.
Yes.
It's 1 affliction and it's a knockout hit because of being a prisoner.
Oh yeah, no, get it. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna come in and heal Theo. I'm gonna stem the blood to your tusk.
I think it's probably shrapnel
it's
has gone in the face.
It's
and
probably the
stuff.
tusk has shattered off. There'll be some shrapnel marks, but mostly it's a concussion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just a point blank range shot with a sniper rifle.
How does one heal concussion? I'm not as smart as my character.
Probably exactly the same.
I'm going to say you
Both
can
of them.
wake Abraham up carefully to make sure that she's all right, and that will work in that way.
Yes.
The 4 of you are still the other way, as are Dr. Tier and his kids. But Jags has run out the other way and is running.
I was going to say, so if I push him away, I take how long it will be to sort of manage to get myself back together. I will be herring after him.
Cool. As you head out of the alleyway.
Yeah.
It's a sniper. What do you
Yeah.
As you head
But
out
he's
of
not
the
clever enough to not do that.
alleyway. That's only 2 successes at the moment.
Daring,
Hang on. It's 3 successes.
daring, and might.
Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, I can't do maths. It is... Yes.
12 successes.
3 successes.
3.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got daring and might.
This isn't might. This is daring and reason because it's about the smartness of running out into the open with a sniper running backwards. Following each other.
lose this. Or not.
Oh no!
Only
Nice.
what?
Oh damn it! Only 2.
Need one more.
And it's
If you
5
use a
not.
luck point, you can just dodge this.
No. I'm going to use a momentum once.
5 isn't blow.
No, it's
No,
it's
reason.
Yeah, reason is the problem. That didn't work.
Everyone else is
to not
bad
get
enough.
sniped. Yeah, to not get sniped, I will take. Sorry,
Take the momentum back to your use of the luck point.
Fine.
As you run towards the mouth of the alleyway, you go, oh, hang on, gun.
Yeah.
And as you sort of like poke a head out, there's a ping, and the bullet just like shatters the side of the alleyway wall, and you realise, oh no, he's now backing up slowly and has a bead on this area.
Okay, cool. Because just what I was thinking was that rather than him realising it would be the thing that he just comes out of the alleyway at such an odd angle that the shot misses, but actually I do want to remain in the alley. So it's just as I get to the thing, I get the and then yeah.
All four of you are in the alleyway. He's taken his shot and missed. What are you going to do?
Am I able to do stuff now?
Yes, you are up. You are like you have a headache.
I put a very strong smelling thing
Nice.
under
Yeah.
your nose, and you are now awake. And I was and I'm like, you alright?
You alright?
You alright?
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm quite shocked by this.
He's very disarmed. Yeah.
Where is he?
Should we chase him?
Can I see him?
No, he's run out the alleyway.
He's run. Do you want us to chase?
I just go out the alley. I want to do a bit of a sort of
but there's
cool
there-
slide.
No, but there's going to be. I'm going to put my arm to stop you going out the alley.
The man has a gun.
You know, I don't want you stepping out of the alley because, and I point at the shattered piece of the wall.
Can I do a little sniper look?
Yeah, he's backing up down the street, shouting behind you. You can hear him shouting.
Can I take a shot at him?
People. You'd have to do something called like a combat roll out and then.
Yeah, totally. I'm up for that.
All right, go for it.
I want to slide out and then.
But there's also, as you go, there's a sort of.
Do you do like a ground slide? Like
I tell you what, I want to slide out. Say, pull me back in a second.
and just like lean out and do a ground shot. Love it. All right, go for it.
Can I assist?
Yeah, you're assisting go. What I'm going to allow here is that you're using cunning for an attack, obviously, and using reason for a gunshot. And what you're doing is using cunning and might to pull. Yeah, it's like a bang pulled back in.
Nice. Yes, let's do that.
I'm rolling my eyes at the amount I've had to heal Abraham already.
Just keep looking at your face and go, everyone's right.
For God's sake.
Wow. That's 2 successes for me.
Cool. You are going to be able to be dragged back in. There won't be a counter strike from him.
Oh, does that not add to? Okay, that's probably
He's beating
good.
a shot, but you're doing it very cleverly. And you're it's sniper's battle, so there's.
I gain 2d20 with the rifle.
Yeah. You're both expert shots.
Oh! So 5 and a 1.
Shitting hell.
2 17s. But that's
at least. That's 5. It should be under
4.
I've only rolled 1, so yeah. As you do this clever trick out and get pulled back in, you hit him.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm thinking because of me being an ex-assassin and not wanting to kill people, I think the exception, because it's John Carter, is the dishonourable.
Perfect.
This is the one time.
Is your 4th. You go for a chest shot. Go for it.
Extra d6.
Because it's a rifle, yes, because you're very good at this.
1 and a 2. No, 3.
3. You hit him. There's a very definite stumble back as the bullet hits him in the shoulder. You didn't quite get the chest because of all the movement and rolling. But he stumbles back, and instead of beating on the alleyway, you can see as you get dragged back in, he just puts his rifle on, turns, and pegs it, shouting. And there's lots of shouting coming from the camp as well.
Ajax!
We should move.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for
It's alright.
whatever that was.
Just
Good to have you around.
if you could all just be a bit careful.
This seems to have gotten very out of hand.
Oh,
Yes.
Get some records from
We're gonna get going, but as we go, when Thule and I say quiet, we mean silent. We don't mean have a nice little chat on the way.
seconded.
Okay, we can do that. We can be.
That would be wonderful. We need to go quickly and quietly now.
Also, can I have loads of momentum for that, please?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know how many you needed, but
I also get
Loads.
+1 for 4 armed.
17.
oh yeah, nice.
You've got 17 momentum at the moment.
No, I'm talking absolute nonsense.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How does that happen?
Wrong, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you are now all going to run. I'm
Is that the
assuming
end of a scene?
it is.
Can I have a momentum then?
Oh, then I'll lose a momentum.
Oh, in fact, lots of people lose lots of momentum.
Oh, why would you?
No, you only lose 1 at the end of the scene, and then it's like after a bit
that's
more
right.
time you lose 1, and then
You are now all running. I presume that stealth has gone out the window. You are all running as quickly as you can towards the Great Hall, and there's shouting, there's animals screeching. It's a chase, definitely people running after you, but you are making your way to the Great Hall of Corvus. As you run inside this very large space, it's a large cavernous building. Think the inside of the American Capitol building? Very large cavernous space. Some of the ceiling has fallen in, and there is light streaming in through those points, but it's sort of patchy light. And where it has fallen in, you can see there's some damage to the floor as well. The four of you are maybe a couple of minutes ahead of your pursuers. What would you like to do?
I've got no idea.
Actually,
oh no, it's my floor. That's 3 momentum gone.
Oh.
Yep, I have to beat momentum with that.
If things are beautiful, that's 4.
No, but I forgot
Things are
5.
beautiful.
I'm only supposed to have 4 in the first place. I'm just awestruck.
That's how take one back. You are awestruck and you don't do anything. Great.
Can we?
It's a really nice floor, though, and if I describe something beautifully, it stops.
How is the door heavy? / Are there things that we could potentially barricade ourselves in?
There is no door.
Okay.
But hang on.
Bits of stone you could try and make a barricade out of.
Are there other holes in the walls, or is it just this archway?
There are some holes in the wall, yes.
So it's not worth barricading.
Probably not.
Is your flaw that you lose the momentum if you see something beautiful, or you lose the momentum if you don't act on seeing something beautiful?
No, you lose your momentum and you have
Easily distracted, really.
If you come around the corner and there's something beautiful in front of you, most people would just go, there's someone chasing me, I need to keep doing whatever it is I'm doing. I go,
is it obvious where we've fled to?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the pulp action chase scene.
Yeah. Where are you standing? Doing this?
I've come through the thing and I've looked up and gone,
I'm closing the door if we're all in.
There isn't a door.
There isn't a door.
Archway. Right.
Okay, I'm picking him up.
Yeah.
Can I look round and see if there are antechambers, like
Trapdoors.
trapdoors,
I've got me a
cellars,
map.
ladders, anything that is not this big room?
Secret doors hidden behind a dusty bookshelf.
Can the two of you who are looking around please roll me reason plus cunning?
I should be massive.
Yes. 4 successes.
Nice.
No, 3 successes. I'm completely lying to you.
2
5
successes.
from 2 of you.
Yeah.
Oh no, 3 successes. No, sorry, 2 successes. I can count.
Momentum back. As you are looking around this space, there are no antechambers. It's just the large hall is all that's survived. But looking around, you can see where the pieces of the ceiling have fallen in, and the floor is cracked. It's cracked through. There's something underneath.
Oh, wow.
Is there a gap big enough that we could fit through it, or no?
With that many successes, I'm going to say you can find somewhere you could successfully maybe fit through, but you probably have to climb down, which might be dangerous. Also, you're running across to go to look at these cracks to move into them?
I haven't yet.
You're looking around. If you're looking around to look in that much detail, it's just like you'd have to go up to look down, which wouldn't work.
Yeah, fine.
Stepping into space, looking around?
Yeah.
Falling through a floor? Or getting a bounce?
It's on the banff!
Falling ceiling.
Giant white ape? It's not.
Giant white ape.
It's King Kong. Is it on the bell tower?
As you move through, you're looking at how beautiful this space is. There's an advantage here for you as well. As you look at it, you realise that some of the shadow is moving, and the patches of white light against the black is... Some of the grey of the shadow is moving, and you just go, oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much words, but...
Well, I'm looking because I'm trying to just pick you up and...
I'm just going to be carried along.
As you do, there's a horrible King Kong-esque scream.
Wow.
And a giant white ape with 2 arms, 4 arms and 2 legs.
I shoot it.
Looks like a spider ape.
Does it have the mind control panel?
You can't see that. Leaps off the ceiling and lands on the floor and just bellows at all of you. You're going to shoot it?
Yeah, absolutely. In the face.
We might have been able to throw it this way, but no.
It's a giant white ape.
You two of you are slightly further ahead, so you're running to look at this crack in the floor, and it's just landed next to it. You rolled very high, so I will say this. Where it landed, there are some cracks in the floor as well.
Nice.
Right, it is trying to intimidate you, so I'm going to roll that first.
This is going to work for me.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm not very brave.
No, I'm not either.
Cool. It's going to try and roll to intimidate, which I'm going to make a
You are braver than I am.
Oh, am I?
I love having 4 arms. I feel like I'm sort of placing you to the side while unholstering.
And there's only 1 success. You'd all have to roll 1 success against it in daring and empathy.
Daring and empathy.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's great. That's better than I thought it was. 2 successes.
Level?
2 successes.
No, 1 success.
1 success.
Is level a success? So
Level is 1.
So yeah, I've got 1 success.
Oh yeah, then I've got 1 success.
1. All got 1. Cool. I'm going to roll a threat to roll another dice because this thing is fucking scary.
Nope.
Oh god.
And I rolled a 1. So you now all have to have 3 to not be intimidated by it.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be scared.
Okay.
So
I'm going to use a momentum.
Okay.
I also
Yes!
I'm going to use
a 1?
momentum.
It's a 3, which is as good as a 1.
3 successes for you, that's fine.
Did I give you the card?
Yes, you did.
So I've now got 3 successes in total.
So
Just 1.
So brave.
Okay, you are stopped in your tracks. This thing is friggin' I mean, it's huge. It's the size of a small house, and it's just roaring. You're spellbound, probably by its beauty. Actually, it's quite pretty
as well.
Whereas you are just frozen to the spot, terrified. Can you add? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why'd you get so much damage?
Big ape.
Yeah, but no, everything you rolled damages mainly me, to be fair.
Can you add 8 to your fear tracker, please?
So I only have 4 to start with. So does that take me straight to 2 afflictions?
No,
or?
you have a fear affliction and your fear tracker is full. You are terrified and rooted to the spot. You can still do things, but anything involving your daring or passion, which also includes defending yourself in combat,
good.
is now 1 harder than it would be.
I've got terror affliction and mine's full as well.
You're terrified as well. 2 of you are terrified.
Great.
I've come across these things before.
I haven't.
I'm going to kill you.
They are terrifying.
You are going to shoot it. You're still perfectly hale and hearty. You can try and do other things, like maybe get everyone to climb down, try and point everyone in the right direction. The doctor and his kids are just they're effectively minions. They're just spellbound by this incredible display.
I think one of the children has wet themselves.
No.
They are in their 20s.
Also thematically, from a sort of Pulp Fiction angle, it's boom, and everyone going, and the 2 of you going, no, we can do things.
Yeah.
Yes. So my thinking at the moment is, if we can get it to jump up and down and run about enough, the floor will break.
This is good thinking.
And we will be able to A, see what's down there, and B, maybe get down ourselves.
You could get through the cracks that are there.
Oh, could we?
And
all of us, even the 2 chonkers. Okay, fine.
Chonkers.
We are chonkers.
Cord is also canonically a chonker.
Only her hands.
Oh, only has gigantic hands.
Like Uma Thurman. Those very big hands.
Great.
Okay, then fine.
Picture Uma Thurman when you think of Cord, and that's it, apparently.
Is there a particular gap that is within reach?
I'm going to say that you could get to said gap, and if you roll high enough on something, you could probably take 1 person with you, unless it's Doctor and his kids, in which case you can take all of them. They count as 1.
And if these 2 lost their fear afflictions, would they be able to then maybe come to the same reasoning?
I think if you took away one of their fear afflictions, they could use their action effectively to come with you, and you wouldn't need to roll to make them come with you. So you can roll to make them come with you, or you can remove one of their afflictions and just drag them with you and take them. But you're still leaving people up here on their own.
The second option would
which is my floor. Yeah.
Oh.
Your floor is what?
My floor is soft-hearted, I think.
Oh, so you can't.
I can't leave them.
What a flaw.
Otherwise, I lose 3
Be
momentum.
kind.
That's like one of those ones where it's like, what's your biggest flaw? Well, I think I'm just too punctual.
Yeah,
It's not really a flaw, it's just a really nice,
I think we're further ahead than these 2 are.
In which case, you could probably, I would allow that you could go and cure an affliction on someone and then shout to everyone to start going that way, and the person that you don't cure the affliction of will still be rooted to the spot.
Yeah. I am going to cure you of your fear affliction.
Thank you.
You run over to her.
We're next to each other. I'm gonna sort of like shake you by the shoulders and be like, snap out of it there, and point at the the crack.
The box!
You have your entire move, and then you can take the you can gesture the doctor and his kids over.
Yes. So I do
Savinas
that,
is still...
and then I'm gonna stay up here because I have not yet dealt with Savinas. But
Okay,
I'm going to gesture
and
you
the
guys
doctor's
to
kids
go.
are running around.
I'm
circling.
going to get the doctor and his kids and show them the way to go.
Then in which case, you are circling with him. You can use your interaction to climb through the crack and climb down. That's totally fine.
Can I send them through
Yes.
and then stand on what the equivalent of the top step would be so I can
Not a step,
still...
it's a crack in the floor.
Yeah, but was it the equivalent?
They start
so...
shimming their way through, which one you hear Tyrrell going, it's quite a big drop down here.
You'll be fine.
If only Raz were here.
Can you roll me a... it's an Allison to me. It's being persuasive.
Okay. I was just going to push him, but sure.
Better at being persuasive.
I could use my words instead.
Also,
that's-
the floor's quite thick and heavy. Like, it's old.
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3 successes, and that was 4 dice. 5 successes.
Holy crap.
Well, I rolled no successes, so
I'm really persuasive.
Really?
here's... You 2, so here's 3 momentum.
Okay.
You manage to tell them all to just jump.
Jump!
Right, jeez! they all jump. There's a faint. Ow! Oh God! Oh no! Tira's fine.
She's the only one I care about.
All 3 of them have jumped and taken some damage, but they are all now underground.
So I would like to be essentially as close as I can get to being able to jump through, but staying up in case someone needs me.
You're still stunned. You've done that. You were going to shoot it.
I was going to. Am I able to bring around my fellow Green Martian, or is that just a medical thing?
You can.
I would say shoot it rather than...
You can help someone recover from fear by using your either daring plus passion or daring plus reason to try and snap out of it, man! Get out of it.
You will give me a slap around the head, I think, is the...
Yeah, I kind of want to use, like, might or something and, like, do a headbutt, so come on!
Daring and might, go for it. Daring and might.
Yes.
You need 2 successes. And it's your entire action.
It's fine.
No, never mind.
Ooh.
It's not fine.
You need 2 successes.
And I got 0 so far.
You need at least 2.
Nice.
Oh, hang on. What was it?
Might.
Daring plus might.
You're good
No,
at
my
those.
daring is... So that's only 1.
So far, it's going to be snap out of it.
Can I assist by?
You've had your turn.
I have, and I yeah.
That would have worked, though.
Sorry, the ape's about to kick 4 saves of shit out of someone, so...
It's probably gonna be me, isn't it?
I don't think you're closest to it.
Do it.
I am.
2 more.
Do it.
We were ahead and I've gone away.
Okay.
No! I'm not... I can't burn anymore.
You bang, snap out of it, man, but nothing. Still completely terrified by this humongous...
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It is beautiful, but it's also friggin' terrifying.
Basically, my worst nightmare.
You're so beautiful and so scary.
Okay.
Because it's John Carter, you know I'm like... Do you remember an Airplane? It's terribly sexist. But they're slapping the woman saying, snap out of it! You're hysterical! Well, let's gender flip that.
Yes.
Snap out of it, man!
Yeah.
You're hysterical!
Yeah.
Bah! Good, I like it.
Hysterical, please.
Oh,
Yes. That's
You're being hysterical.
Thanks.
nice.
The ape is going to leap in and attack one of you. You've gone to the crack in the floor. Less bothered by that. You're standing in the middle of the whole place.
I'm just slapping it in my
Green Martian slap. I will roll for it. Okay. Ah! Boom! This comes in and punches. Gigantic chomp fist.
squishy. Now might be the time to use
God! Ooh, that's bad. Ooh.
use all the bits of card.
Oh, that's real bad. That is. Ooh, that's it.
You have lots of cards.
What's my defending daring and reason?
Daring reasons to recover. I think it's probably daring and something that makes sense for avoiding the biggest fist.
Nothing else is
Empathy.
Nothing else
is good.
daring and cunning.
Empathy or cunning? Yeah.
If I see it coming,
Oh, don't hit me, fellas.
No, sort of knowing where.
if I see it coming, I think reason could be legit.
Okay, well, I've currently got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Oh, for God's sake!
Unless
Roll your
You've got
dice
so
and
much
start
luck
burning
and so
cards.
much momentum. You'll be alright. Well, you won't, but you might not die.
Not anymore.
the luck's gone, there's just nothing.
Roll everything on the floor. Well done. One luck. There's one luck.
I'll get it. You roll your dice.
Okay, all done. Right.
I got lung.
Oh dear! I've got a 1 and a 20.
Oh, you don't. That's a 7, isn't it?
That's a 1.
There's a 1, I think. Go on.
I've got a 1 and a 20. What happens?
You have 2 successes, which is not enough to evade the attack.
Yes.
And you suffer a complication, which,
Where's my other luck gone?
There's only.
I'm sure I had another one. Oh no, I didn't. I'm lying to you. Okay, so I've got a complication. I've got 2
And
successes.
the complication I've already got, that's mine now.
You need
To be honest, more rolling may only make this.
Okay.
You,
Luck.
what I've been doing.
If you use a luck, that's 4, and I rolled 5.
And not only that,
And so I would need 6.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's either 2 lucks you're burning.
Fine. Go on. Hit me. Hit me.
Really?
You could spend 2 luck, and you get luck back at the end of each game.
Well,
Yeah, I
If you,
mean,
it's a question. It's a question of whether you think.
I would need.
Do you think this is going to kill you or not? Is the question.
quite
That's
possibly.
not how the
Fist is
game works.
bigger than you are.
Cards.
It's up to you.
The cards.
Use the momentum first. You might get 2 successes.
That's the point.
And will you get the momentum back if you then use this to?
Do something!
Everyone's shouting at me.
Yeah, sorry, we were.
Okay. Okay. That is what is that?
That's 2 more successes.
Is it? Daring
Depends.
and reason.
Yes, it is. It's 2 more successes.
I currently have 4.
And then a luck. Oh,
6.
that's
Well
I spent
played.
6. Unbelievably, as this giant fist comes smashing down towards you, you. Is an acrobatic dodge. Flip out of the way. You are acrobatic and do a very careful whoop out of the way, and it boom hits the ground. The crack you're in starts widening out as it hits the ground heavily. Where it hit, the ground is crackling away as well. This is not a safe environment. From the
Is it not?
I have no idea.
and you hear the sound of gunshots from the archway as a fuck ton about 15 Eidolon agents and 15 they're called Thark rebels, but yes, are all surging to the doorway and just shooting wildly into the space. They've seen the enemy go, just trying to deal with the situation, but there's now gunshots and people running in, and it's a mess in there. Right, what's everyone doing?
I would like to come and slap you and be like, stop it!
Come on, man! Slow out of it!
Stop it! And then gesture you both to the crack where you are standing, and all of us go down.
Yes, I would follow this implicitly. That's perfect.
So you're now out of your fear affliction. You're out of your fear
Do you
affliction.
not need to roll?
No.
Oh, that's
I've
much
got
better.
skilled physician. Use a
magic.
conflict action to remove an affliction from
I
a
should have
character.
shot the ape.
Totally.
So I would like to, from where I am, go, leave the ape for those guys, let's go, and leap down the hole.
Leap down the hole.
Yeah.
You leap down the hole. You leap in.
Can I land on Tyrrell?
That's squishy. On a what?
Tyrrell.
Sure, he takes 2 more damage. Tyrrell's looking really badly hurt.
I don't care.
Ow! Oh! Ow! My
Sorry.
ribs! Where you have landed with the
Probably.
others,
Yes.
not you lot, just you and the scientist and his children, there is sort of row upon row of strange-looking stone tablets with metal surroundings. It looks like sort of a bank of servers that is off.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you've used your action. No, you jumped, so you'll find that's your movement.
just jumped.
You still have your action. You're at the bottom now, and you can hear from the top gunshots screaming and the bear. Well,
This is about to get
It's an
destroyed,
ape.
and I'm really sorry.
Is there... 2 questions. One, is there an obvious route to go from where we are?
there are route, as in route out.
Route inwards. Route exploring.
No, this is one route.
This is it.
This is it.
And you're about to kill... Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you describe where we are?
Is there an external hard drive with a floppy disk?
There are rows upon rows of like stone tablet style things with metal fixtures and fittings around them, and there's about 50 to 100 of them in this entire space, just crowded together. Oh, they're roughly half a human height.
Wow.
From my
It's
reading,
like a forest of strange little like.
is this what we're looking for?
This looks like an old Bosumian archive. Yes.
Brilliant. Are there? I don't know how much I can do in my turn.
You only moved.
Is there an alphabetical Dewey Decimal System sensible way that this is organised that I can see?
Roll me a reason and cunning check.
Does this count as a science-related reason test?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
Cracking.
Wow.
That is 4 successes.
4. Yeah. Fine. You look at this strange computer that you don't recognise and just sort of touch it, and suddenly you move a hand across a certain part of it, and it starts glowing with a strange blue light, and suddenly all around you, and this sort of like star pattern effect start lighting up around you, and you now have access to the entire database. But that is the end of your turn.
If you break this...
I know.
So you have leapt down.
Yep.
You have helped him.
Yes.
What are you two doing?
But you also have movement.
Is that moved over?
I moved to him, yeah.
I am going to follow what you say implicitly. You just directed me towards the thing. I am going to go over and jump down into the crack. That's not a problem.
How are you jumping in?
Oh, as fast as possible.
Well, can you,
6 limbs, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a might? And as you jump, do you see the sort of like blue lights like glowing beneath you? Do you go, ooh, shiny, and jump on them, or you try and avoid them?
Oh, no. Okay.
You wouldn't jump on a painting.
No, that's the thing. If you want to be further away from me, you don't want to...
I'm not painting, which Jackson Pollock I jump on.
You and I will have to have an argument about that.
Well, not because I don't like it, but because it feels like the kind of thing you should sort of have as carpet.
Yes,
it feels like
true.
sort of like it's interactive thing.
That is true. That's how he painted it, certainly. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think I will have seen it because what I'm concentrating on is getting through the gap. If I get down to the bottom, I might well have another moment.
What I'm quite tempted to have is that as you jump through and these start lighting up, you go, ooh, you can go, oh no, and try and avoid it.
Yes, that's what I
okay,
like
in which
to do.
case, might for the ability to jump and not hurt yourself, and cunning.
I would suggest cunning or reason. I would much prefer it to be cunning.
Let's say it's cunning.
Oh boy.
How has this happened twice?
Is that a 7 or a 1?
That was a 7.
It's a 7.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been amazing.
That would have been
no, that's just 1 success and a complication.
Is there still a complication from your one?
I know we did that.
Okay.
We dealt with that, yeah.
We dealt with that because that's cracking the floor.
Ah.
As you jump and smack into the floor and sort of roll your way around it and roll off and start falling through the air, you can spend momentum and things to...
I will try and... because it's a beautiful thing, I will try and expend the momentum to try and avoid it.
As you smack the floor, it starts cracking. The cracks you can now see are snaking and connecting, and you can't see, you two can see these cracks where Savinas landed very hard on the floor and tried to scrabble towards it. This cracking of the floor is now spreading, and it's spider cracking.
So is this cracking of the second
ceiling.
floor?
No, it's the ceiling.
So the one between?
The one that we were on to start with is cracking.
Right.
The one on below that isn't cracking at all.
Okay.
No, that's solid. Martian rock, the Bosumian rock.
Sandstone. Martian.
Yes.
Sandstone.
The area you are on with the weight of the ape and the smashing of the floor and another 7 and 8 foot tall big O just smashing into it is. But
even bigger than that. But yes.
Have you rolled your momentum induced?
20.
Oh,
20.
That's a fail.
That's a success, right? You want cunning and might.
There's one more success.
As you fall and you see all these lights beneath you, woo, and land in between them and don't smash any of them, and just I thought I'd go for smashing at the top, not the bottom. Nice.
Because once I think that then I get that momentum's gone again because I'm just lost looking at these pretty blue things.
The lights go all around you like a sea of blue flowers made of stone.
Exactly, and
That's really sweet.
Oh, looking around you at all of this wondrous situation you have found yourself in. Splendid. That happened. Right,
we need to not go to pretty places.
What are you going to do?
I am going to attempt, unless you resist, to pick you up
I shall not resist.
and slide into the crack.
Okay, same roll again. Cunning plus might, not for you. For you, you're very small. You're very large. Yoink, not a problem.
I am pretty tiny.
No. Ooh.
2 successes.
Okay, you slide through and are suddenly falling out into the air. Manage to land next to Savinas with Alli in tow, and all of you have landed in the midst of this glowing blue sea.
Thank you, appreciate
Above you, you hear the sound of the ape roaring, huge amounts of gunfire, and you also hear something quite rare on Mars. An explosive boom, like someone's thrown some kind of grenade.
Oh, Jesus.
How dishonourable.
I agree. It's terrible. These people are such bastards. And there's that sort of faint and this sort of like sifting of sand, and there's like a small rain of sand falling from the ceiling.
Okay.
I warn you now, you are all very wise to the fact that the ceiling was a problem.
Yeah.
It's now become more of a problem.
Because we're underneath it.
You're underneath it. What would you like to do? Be aware that time is a factor here.
I want to use the database and be looking for the thing that we came here to get.
Cool, it's a computer-based check, and it is reason and...
Can you help, other smart person?
Yes?
Hang on, the doctor.
The doctor's working with her already.
Oh, okay.
We've got lots of stuff.
Yeah, can you just do that and I'll just hand you and can you...
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, can you roll as well, please?
What am I rolling? Reason
and...
It's not gonna be less than
Cunning?
No.
Passion?
2 successes. It's gonna be.
I think reason and passion make sense for you.
Yep.
You can use reason and whatever you like, really, because you're helping.
2 successes.
2, even with the computer stuff.
I think rolled a fail.
1, 2, 3.
What, a 20?
4.
No, just fail.
No,
and I've succeeded,
3.
but not very well, so I'm going to pay you 2 momentum.
That's
your reason.
3,
3, that's totally fine.
My reason is on 8 and my empathy is on 6.
Oh no, so that's
2 successes.
you got a 6.
Yeah.
Now I can re-roll that.
I did get 6.
So that would be 4.
Is it?
No, there was all.
It's
That
equal
was still
to-
a success.
Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't
Yeah, no, it
Doesn't matter. It was
Just
a
wait till
set.
they finish rolling.
Sorry.
Is it? It's equal to this. Yeah.
So equal to counts as 2 successes.
Equal to and below counts as 2 successes.
Oh, okay, then I've got 4 successes.
4.
5.
5.
Oh, the lowest. Yes, see it.
So you got 1 or 5.
5.
So it's 9.
9 successes.
I paid momentum and went from 2 to 5. It was worth it.
Is it epic 5 successes? What's the top tier of successes?
5, but with help that changes slightly. Between the two of you and the doctor, you are quickly sifting through this database and you are finding the information that you need. There's loads of other information that you are skipping by to try and find anything you need, but what you realise as well is that there's a wealth of knowledge here that you're having to skip over.
Oh, I hate that. That's horrible.
It's like the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah, exactly.
Very much.
Oh, I don't like it.
You're having to skip over the entire constitution.
Is there any way of somehow managing to save the whole thing?
As you skip over and as you start skipping through it, there's no screen or anything here. It's the stone tablet in front of you. The writing on it twists slightly and changes, like sort of snakes and worms as it shows more data. So you just see it pass by. That's incredible. You find what the doctor needs, who looks at it, looks around, opens his bag, takes a bit of paper, and starts making a rubbing of it.
Brilliant.
Nice.
And is just trying to solve this quickly to get everyone the fuck out of
But
here.
what I meant, was there's no way of preserving this room without...
You don't know. Looking around it, you've spent so much time trying to find this data, skimming through for searching by a Dewey Decimal System of some kind, a Barsoomian decimal system, and you manage to find what the doctor needs. But there's so much data here. You have spent your turns doing that, trying to find it quickly, which means it is now found. He's got what he needs. What are you two doing?
Being the thought
I know, go do.
thoughtful type.
Yes.
Because that's my notes. Some character thing. I'm thoughtful. And also protective, and I'm vested in the doctor's passion for research. Am I seeing any sort of handy, maybe sort of jack/winch things, prop the ceiling up? Any sort of poles? No.
How tall is is the ceiling compared to you?
How tall is the ceiling?
Oh, it's a
compared to
very
me?
large chamber under here. It's at least 30 foot tall.
Okay.
How high is the computer? You said half.
Oh, half the size of one. It was like 4 foot tall.
Is there anything I could
Barely comes up
stand
to
on?
me. No, don't.
Apart from the computers. Well, they're not computers.
Don't
They're not
do
big
that.
enough. Strange stone tablets.
Nothing to try and help protect.
Your strength would not be enough to hold up this ceiling. It is huge. This whole room is gigantic.
Anything else in the room? I'm just having a look around.
Okay, roll. As you look around this room, apart from these sort of banks of what look like what we would understand as servers or computers, but information holding devices, there doesn't appear to be like anything particularly else. Looking at it, you can sort of ascertain that all this knowledge is kept in various, because all of the writing on them is moving as this one is being checked. So it's like a permanent library, and you're just rotating what's shown on each screen.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
However, but you hear the bangs from upstairs, and you hear a roar and a thump, and again this area is sifting. You're going to have to do something to stop the ceiling from falling in very, very soon. And there's nothing to prop the ceiling up. It's too big and it's too wide to do that.
Just to say, because of my floor and stuff, I am not going to do anything unless someone tells me.
Wandering through this strange field of blue, and it's all very like...
But also, it's the thing of I'm looking at what they're doing in... in the way of sort of like, I like what you're doing, I have no idea how it works. And it's just sort of... This is really, really cool what they're doing, but I'm not going to do anything unless someone says, "Oi, come and help."
Okay.
So if you've got an idea for me to come and help you with, I can, but I'm not gonna unless you tell me.
I'm afraid it's not the kind of situation where you can go and sort of prop up the roof. It's too big a roof. We'll find another way out of this mess.
When
You
you're
haven't
looking for
rolled
a way
anything or
out.
done anything
Have
yet,
we established that there are no like passages or other? Yeah, so we've established that
so
this.
haven't really looked.
Oh, but I'm looking around the room to see what is going on.
Okay. Can you roll me a
Especially anything that might...
reason and cunning?
Are you asking Savinas to help you?
Oh.
Bless you.
Reason and cunning? What you got?
Oh, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Rather good.
Casting your eye around this room, the blue glow has now lit up the sides of it better, because the whole area is now like a sort of floating weird blue ocean that you're seeing around you. There are some like small doorways leading to the south and west, and you don't really know where they go because they're dark inside. But maybe there's an other way out of here. That maybe there's other things you can do with this, but you don't see any way of like keeping this. Don't really know what to do with the data.
I would like to prepare if a big slab falls down to save the dock or anyone else.
I just rolled to see what's going on upstairs, and I rolled a 20.
Yay!
Is that...
No, that's like for the ceiling.
Oh.
There is a horrible cracking in the ceiling above you as the ape leaps up and down.
How is
basically.
you rolling a 20 bad for us?
Yeah, that's
How
bad for
does that
them,
work?
isn't
No,
it?
that fits. No, that fits.
It's bad for everybody.
Yeah, it's bad for the ape as well, because
Yeah.
the ape's going to get...
Bad for the
Yeah, but
assassins.
it's good for the DM. That's not fair.
There is a jumping up and down, and there's cracking in the so you can hear it splintering and going, and this whole area is going to cave in unless you peg it. What do you all do?
I'm going to peg it. That like brings me back, and I realise that I've got to get out of here. The first thing I'm going to do is see where you are and try and do the same pick up and run.
Okay.
I say doors, and point.
Yeah.
The doctor and his kids are just sidling out, just moving as fast as they can out. You're in this room by yourself with the ceiling caving in. What do you do?
No, I'm there as well.
Are you there as well?
You haven't actually
Can
run
I,
out yet.
just because I kind of know that you're just going to stare at it,
I'm going to keep psyching. I want to look for the information I want.
and I want to...
Oh, wow.
I'm staying.
Doctors
Just
run,
for
these
my
two have
one.
run. Yeah.
I want to try and pick up the doctor.
I will fight you.
I know.
Oh, do it, do it.
God, no, this is...
It's the Library of Alexandria. I need it.
And runs to the door. So what
I'm going to say, because for the nice cinematic value of it, as you find the data that you need, you are grabbed from behind. How do you want to deal with this? I reckon it's probably
some sort of rolls.
some sort of role, obviously, yeah, but it's a question of what you're trying to do.
Cord will go. Now listen to me. Put me down. I can jump faster than you. I'll be 5 seconds, 5 towels behind you. That's towels.
Well, hang on. If you roll that,
Yeah.
because I have seen you jump, so I guess I've added 2 and 2 together and realised that you're
Good at jumping.
mixed ancestry.
You've realised that she's mixed ancestry and that she can leap and is very strong for someone so small. But okay, can you roll me the persuasion check? And you're rolling me a reason plus empathy check.
Thank you.
Is this to resist?
Yes, I'll explain why in a second.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Bloody hell.
I'll reroll that.
That's at least 4. That's at least
Reason
6.
empathy, 2,
Yeah, I'll do whatever you
4,
say.
6, 7.
Yes, master.
What did you roll? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's no momentum. It's a shared against. It's party. I'm not going to do that.
I might be about to die under a ceiling.
The roof is going to cave in. She convinces you, but you know the roof's going to cave in, but you recognise that she's not leaving till she's got it, so you leave her.
Do you tell me that the roof is going to cave in?
Yes.
She is as persuasive as she ever was, but the roof is about to cave in and you know it.
Because of the rules, I cannot physically.
No, I know.
You can physically take her.
I can.
No, you can physically take her. You are very strong.
Can I, because I don't want to metagame this, can I make a science roll to work out if she is actually paying enough attention to know how close it is?
Reason and empathy.
Reason and empathy. And it counts as a science roll? Science related, what's it?
Science.
Okay. That's 2 successes.
Okay. You recognise that you've been grabbed from behind by everyone going, we need to go. You go, I can jump, and it's about to go in. You are you've always been as persuasive as you want to be, but you can't persuade the ceiling from falling in.
I grab fuel and jump out.
Jump out? Oh, I see. I think when you're going up.
Because she... Yeah, if she hadn't noticed, she'd stay. But if she knows the ceiling's falling in, she has no time.
What was the data on the screen that you were about to rub off?
Can I say, just to fuck with you even more, like after you successfully persuade me, I'm so convinced that you're after something good, like cured something else or whatever, that I'll just sort of try and
look at it,
arch myself over.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
To take a hit and let you get the info.
That will make me more persuaded to save you.
Well, you tried.
Welcome.
You tried very
By
hard.
arching over the machine, you get a chance to read what's on the screen. What is on the screen?
The information about the Holy Ferns.
I have no idea what this is.
You're not meant to, it's all good. Nobody knows. Does that mean
Is that the fake god and stuff?
Lots of momentum.
What is this for?
my floor?
What is your floor?
If someone finds out.
Oh, that's...
as I'm preparing to sacrifice myself, just an eyebrow goes up.
Explain to Abraham what she says.
we're not supposed to hear it.
No.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No.
You will see information. Well, it depends how up to date is the information in this archive. Several thousand years old. So this will be information on where the secret bases of the Holy Ferns are, where they might flee when all is lost for them, and the secret routes in.
This is like the Valley of the Afterlife or something?
Yeah,
Stuff?
this is a lot of the very weird stuff that has already been dealt with in story times, but there are still more, and they're in hiding, and you're trying to find where
So
they
yes,
are.
if that super evil weird valley has been flushed out, where they might go and how you can hunt them down.
Something that most of Mars has gone, that's been dealt with now. It hasn't.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Really
And
interesting.
leaving that incredibly important information behind, I will grab Abraham.
Aww.
And as you leap out of the room, the whole thing, just the blue lights start to wink out in points as sort of bits of ceiling drop down and smash, and parts of this all collapse and fall apart as it goes. As you dive out of the door, everyone's running towards, and you all... There's people, there's some of these Thark outcasts falling with, the apes falling and smashing around it. It's absolute carnage as you all flee down a corridor. And
Is there any sort of roll I can do to see if I pick up any, like,
fragments of the thing.
Yeah.
You saw it.
But is that the info?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my question now is, between us, how much do we remember?
You leave out and all of you just, or you sort of bundle into Void with this lot as you've seen her do it before, but Cord leaps in this way that only Earthbound people can, which is very non-Martian, and drags Abraham out of the room, and you are just in a bundle as the ceiling's caving in, the doors of the blue lights wink out, people are falling and screaming, the apes howling and bashing around it, and the doorway that you have jumped through is slowly getting covered with shrapnel. What would you like to do? It's very, very dark in here. They're still banging and shouting, but it's like the light's winking out as all the blue goes, and the doorway's getting filled in. There's no light falling down.
Court's just going to sit down and have a bit of a cry.
Oh, that's what happens in character too.
Probably. Yeah. Really?
I think it would be. It's in like the what's it called? Instinct comes from trying to block over to stop anything falling down. But then when I realised that there's sadness, there's.
And you have 4 arms. It's a good hug.
Yeah.
Once she's pulled herself, she's done.
It's very, very dark, and you can almost not see each other.
She'll self-indulge for 5 seconds.
Is anyone injured?
Pull out a torch.
No.
Isn't there an NPC injured?
Oh, Tyrell's quite injured. Are you patching Tyrell?
I'm going to patch Tyrell up.
Oh, I wouldn't bother.
She can't help it. She must. It's her flaw.
You flawed person.
You are all patching up and sort of dealing with it, but it's you pull out a torch, and suddenly there's a sort of warm. Is it a sort of wooden torch?
I mean, I have written down torch.
Wooden torch it is.
Great.
You pull out a wooden torch and light it, and suddenly there's sort of like slight. You can still hear banging and shouting from the alleyway from where you leapt in, but most of it is now caved in completely.
But right, that's what I mean. So can I go along to where the blockage is and see if I can see anything through the?
It's completely filled in.
Gotcha. That's what I want to try and do. That's what I'm going to.
You don't know where this tunnel leads.
Yeah. Could I get out my notebook, go over to Thule, and go? Tell me what you remember, please, please, please.
I'm sorry for your loss. But thank you for saving me.
You too.
I didn't see much. It was about the Valley of the...
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't need to say that bit out loud. Just the details you saw.
I say the details I saw.
Sorry.
We will come back to that. We'll come back to that next time. But for now, you are writing down notes, and you have some, not a lot, a starting point.
I do also say, let's be quiet this time. Let them think we're dead. And actually, I'm just looking at the doctor and the kids.
And the doctors, but the doctor and the kids are distracted. They're looking at the rubbing they got, which shows. You're busy, but you're smart, but you're busy. You're smart and you're not busy. Looking at what the rubbing is, you realise it's talking about how to deal with brain injuries and brain conditions, and one way of doing it is to attach metal. Like, it's very clearly like they got some information from this to control some of the animals. That's what they were doing, and they were trying to find out all the information which you now have. Looking at the doctor now has. But you've now put 2 and 2 together that actually this might all be a bit more interconnected than you thought.
Yeah. Do we know the doctor's name?
Sorry?
I feel like I knew this. Yes.
You'd already worked out that the chips were mind control. You already worked that out.
No, so I feel like I had starting information that the Eidolon wanted.
There's something like this. Yes, that's true.
Cool.
So this is what the Eidolon wanted, but also this is what they've already started working on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You see that, but no one else does because everyone else is doing other things and has much more important things on their mind.
Yeah.
In the middle of the frantic note-taking and comparing notes, Cord will just stop for a second and go, thank you. I would be squished over there, so thanks.
What's the doctor's name?
Dr. Tier, Dr. Nallan Tier.
Okay, never mind. That's fine.
Okay. Gotcha. Good point.
That stands for Eidolon.
Let's leave.
Right, with this, I can go and start try and use this research to try and, make machines that can, like it describes here, to maybe help people if they have issues.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's get out alive first.
All right. Well, I don't know where this tunnel goes.
Nor do we. Let's explore. Actually, can I whack out my map and see if there's any trace of the tunnel? Cool. Nor do I. Let's get going. Carefully.
I'd like to gently sidle next to Dr. Canton, just say you might want to have a look at that etching a little later when you get a chance.
Good to know. Thank you.
You all start making your way out of the city. You manage to find your way through these tunnels and up and out and back to the airship.
Because it's Pulp Fiction.
Correct. And you're going to take these two back
To the ship. Yeah.
to the ship and to Helium, which is where the ship is going, back to Helium.
Right, yeah.
And we'll see where that group of 6 plus Dr. and his kids pick up next time, seeing who's hale and hearty and who's not. A certain amount of that has to go on, so I'm putting you all in the same place and we'll see where we go at that point. But very important backstory data for you picked up, very important stuff about this plot picked up, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Can I just effusively greet Raz? Raz. Oh, I've missed you. Are you okay? Oh, it was a crazy adventure. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about wrestling.
Much more fun.
And with that in mind, with a final sort of, 4-handed high five. That's where we will pick up next time. Thank you, everyone. That went very well.
I thought I was going to die.
I think there were
I
points.
still had 2 luck things left.
I had 2 as well.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Excellent stuff. If you enjoyed tonight, we're going to be playing more of John Carter of Mars, of this particular adventure, and with some of these characters again. You'll probably see that on our channel in the next couple of weeks, maybe about a month or so. Do check it out, obviously, because of current worldwide pandemics and things like that. We can't promise our schedule will remain exactly the same, although we are working very hard to keep to it. So if anything there changes, check our Twitter or social media elsewhere to see what we're doing. If you enjoyed tonight, we do other RPGs. There's a whole series of other Modifius 2D20 systems, which is much like this, on our YouTube and Twitch channels, which are based on Star Trek Adventures. There'll be a couple more of those coming out as well. They are also very good fun and excellent, and this system works very well for that too. We also do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, which we haven't done today, obviously. We are working on the official D&D Twitch channel on Monday evenings from 6 to 9 p.m. GMT. If you're in the US, then time shifts are currently happening because of daylight savings time. So do make sure you're checking clocks. I think it's 5. I think we do it. It's 5 to 8 GMT at the moment, I think. Check. It's on our Twitter.
Oh, right.
There's always more information there. The daylight savings time is crushing over in different ways at this point, so that's what's worth.
We're about to
checking
lose
in
an
on.
hour. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's on my birthday, I think.
So can I talk about another Modifius thing?
In a second.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Well, you might have been saying, all right, bye from the weather pattern.
The Isobar man.
Otherwise, we also do that we also do a live D&D show in London at the Rosemary Branch Theatre, although it's not happening in April, due to, again, global pandemics and being careful about these things. But do check out again on Twitch to see when we're next doing live shows as well. Apart from that, if you want to support us in a different way, we're on Patreon, so you can become a patron of the company, and in doing so, help us make more shows like this and work with great companies like Modifius and Wizards of the Coast and all the rest of it. So the more of that you can help us with, the better. Speaking of good companies we work with, big thanks to D&D Beyond and UltraPro for sponsoring everything that we do, including today. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much indeed. Anyone got any other business? Toby?
Yeah, first of all, I'm big up D&D Beyond, because really, if you have it, you don't entirely need to know the rules.
That is true.
So user-friendly.
You know what? Fine. D&D Beyond. If you don't know the rules of D&D, here's a way to start. That's a very good way of thinking of it as well. Yes.
Shout out to my Rise of the Veiled Alliance crew D&D stream. And the DM of that, Donathan Fry, is developing a Modifius system for Fallout.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, Donathan. He's got a cool name.
We're chatting to them about it, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ah, I knew that.
Well ahead of everybody else.
Oh, well, the nice thing working with coming up with Modifius, actually, because we're here, why not, is they have a lot of other systems that they use, and we're slowly working through which ones we're going to do streams and which ones we're not. So, yeah. There's a new one coming out relatively soon, but I can't talk about it. Which is super cool. Anna, do you want to add anything? Anyone else want to add anything apart from Toby whiffling on about his online?
Follow me on social media, Insta, Twitter.
Toby's cooler than we are. That's what you need to know.
I didn't want to say.
As always, Adventures250 on Twitter, Adventures Wanted everywhere else. Grand. Well, thank you very much for your time, everybody. And thank you.
Thank you.
Players.
Bye.